Welcome to Kranky Live Sports Talk, where passion meets action.
Hey sports fans, I am Kranky, and this is the Kranky Live Sports Talk, the podcast where we dive deep into the hottest topics, the biggest games, and the most controversial moments in sports.
Whether it's football, basketball, track and field, cricket, or soccer, we've got you covered with expert analysis, insider interviews, and unfiltered opinions.
Join me as I chat with the biggest names in sports, get exclusive insights and stories you won't hear anywhere else.
Kranky Live Sports Talk is where you can hear the real talk, the hard-hitting questions, and the hottest takes.
So, if you're a true sports fanatic, you don't want to miss out? Subscribe now to the Kranky Live Sports Talk on YouTube and hit that bell icon to never miss an episode.
Kranky Live Sports Talk, where sports come alive. Subscribe today.
Good afternoon. I should switch this, Good afternoon. Give me 1 second, people, 1 second. I am a little rushed here, trying to rush from one situation to the next, and hasn't gone as well as I'd like. But anyway, welcome. Thanks for joining. This is the Watchalong for Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Glad you could be here, and hopefully it'll be a good day today. As many of you know, we played Villa twice last year and lost both games, which is basically awful. And we lost the title by 2 games, by 2 points, I should say, not 2 games. So if that's the case, you can imagine that if we just won one of those Villa games, even the one at home, we would have probably ended up Premier League champions, given how well we did when we took 4 points off Man City last year, which was phenomenal, given that since probably about 2011, 2012, since they became very good, we have struggled with them, right? I think we beat them 2-1 at their home when we had Cazorla and others playing. But subsequent to that, it's been a massacre when we go to their place, or even when they come to our place, 3, 4, 5 sometimes. But today we have Villa. I expect it to be a very good game. They won last week by beating a good West Ham team by 2-1. And I expect us to play well today. Let me put the teams up, actually. So these are the teams, people. Hopefully you can see this really well. In goal, let's start out with Villa, the Villa's team. And let me know if you can hear me, because sometimes I'm thinking I'm being heard, I'm not. So let me know if you can hear me. This is the Villa's team. Let me know if you can also see it. I'm trying to expand it, but it doesn't want to expand here. So Martinez in goal, Cash at right back, Konza and Torres in the middle, and Dini playing out left. The £50 million signing from West Ham, Onana, is in the middle, along with McGuinn and Tiersman. As you know, they sold Douglas Luiz, we were trying to buy, but there's a mill and they refused to sell to us, and obviously, he subsequently went to Italy. And then they have Rogers out left, who is new coming in, Bailey out right, and Watkins up top. So they really have a true left winger, because Rogers to me is more like a 10 than a wide player. For our team, it's the same team that won 2-0 against Wolves last week. We have one change. Sorry, I apologize. We have one change from last week. And Timber for Zinchenko, which is a change I expect, people, because as we know, Zinchenko is brilliant on the ball and just as bad off the ball. So it's not surprising that he's on the bench today and that Timber takes his place. Some people may say, when is Calafiori going to play? But I think Timber has shown before he got injured last year in preseason, he was our best player in preseason. This year in preseason, he played well before he had a little problem with his foot. So he's in. So we have Raya in goal. The two players in the middle defense who were in the Premier League squad of the year, Saliba and Gabriel. That duo has been phenomenal. We've given up the least amount of goals last year. Ben White at right back, who is a centre back who came from Brighton and also played CDM for them also. And then Timber at left back, who we bought last year but missed the entire year because of an ACL injury, seemed to be fully recovered. In the middle, we have Partey. This setup is not what the setup is, people. Partey is playing the 6, Odegaard the 10, and Rice playing the 8, which is Roma. And then are in the 8 position, even though Odegaard has the 8 number. And then out left, we have Martinelli, Saka near the wing, and Havertz, who seem to be our center forward for now going forward. Bless up, BM. Thanks for joining. My score prediction is 2-1 Arsenal. I think it's going to be a tough game. But I do think we have a shutdown left back in Timber who will be able to match Bailey's speed. And also, Bailey doesn't go back as well. Oh, by the way, people, they have all the Jamaica colors, by the way, people. Arsenal warm-up kit, their track top, that's the Jamaica colors. And it looks beautiful. So we've been, as I said, we've been exploited. They have, it's really a nice looking sweat top actually that they have on. So I think Timber was really good on the ball. And we'll see how he plays the inverted. I think last week he made this brilliant turn, beat a play, and then got dispossessed, which almost created a problem for us. So he'd have to realize that this is the Premier League, not Eredivisie. And you have to be very careful because players here are much more athletic, much quicker, and close it down much faster. So, but it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to us playing well and playing better than we did last week. I was not impressed with last week's performance. I thought Wolves were good, by the way. So give Wolves some credit. I thought they were good, especially in possession, especially in the second half. But I didn't think we were exceptional. And I still think we need 2 players. Now that we have Marino and we have Califiori, so defensively we're set, right? Because you got to think about this team, which is Zinchenko is there, but mainly for the team where we don't post a lot of threat out wide. And then we have Califiori, and we also have Tomiyasu, who is very injury prone, like Jesus. Jesus is out today with a groin problem, very injury prone. But I would expect that we don't need to buy another defender anytime soon. We have 6 center backs. Well, yeah, 6 center backs and a midfielder / left back in Zinchenko. Tomiyasu plays center back for Japan. Califiori played a lot of left back in his career, but it's more center back nowadays for Italy. And then you have the 4 that are here. So, and Timber also plays center back. Bless up Jamaica and you. Bless up Shushen. Thanks for joining. So what's up with the Arsenal wearing Jamaican colors in their coat? That look like the Jamaican. It's not the first time. I mean, they had it. I think that's another thing that Adidas, who's their sponsor, worked on with them. And the Jamaica colors are very popular in the UK. People don't seem to realize how popular Jamaica is in the UK, actually. And there are a lot of Jamaicans in the UK. Probably about, last count I hear, 800,000. And a population across the UK of about 68 million, probably even closer to 1 billion. And people are Jamaican heritage. So it's a very decent population. And a number of people in the EPL, as we know, have Jamaican heritage. So the game is getting ready to start. You guys may be ahead of me a little bit because my cable company somehow gave me stream boxes versus traditional cable, which I'm changing, by the way. People have decided to go back to the dinosaur days of having the regular cable box that's faster. I think the stream is about 10 seconds slower than the regular cable box, which I'm going to get back because when I asked to change them, I thought I was going to get something new and quicker. I get something newer and slower, frankly, because traditional cable, given the satellite connection, is better than sort of the streaming. Streaming is more delayed. So, so you may be a little bit ahead of me. In fact, I expect you to be a little bit ahead of me, unless you're using IPTV and you're streaming the game or something. But it should be a very good game. I don't think Villa is as strong as last year. In certainly, I don't think Tillsman is the same as Douglas Luiz. Actually, if we think about it, I don't think so. I think they have lost something there with him. He was a very versatile player. So I would expect that we may have a little more joy in the middle of the park. Hopefully the midfield played better this week. I didn't see Rice last week. I thought Rice was not in the game last week. Partey made another mistake. Saliba made another mistake. And you get punished by the better teams, right? So if we I saw Saliba made at least 3 really bad passes that got cut off, and they were turned into good offensive plays. And Partey made about 3 or 4 turnovers, which are really bad. So let's hope that doesn't materialize in this game, and we play up to our ability. People, as you come in, just hit the like button. Hit the like button so that people can watch it. So it should be a good game. Looking forward to the game. Looking forward to us playing better than we did last week. And we'll see how it works. I can't hear the commentary. You probably can wherever you are, because obviously I'm doing this. So I can't hear what the commentators are saying. I only have to interpret this based on my assessment of what's transpiring on the field. And Villa will be kicking off. And they're off. And as I said before, you may be ahead of me, because I'm sure my stream is a little bit slower. By the way, I did watch the Man U game today. And I thought it should have been a draw game, actually. I thought the game should have been drawn. Man U did get a second goal, which they were offside on, which was very unfortunate, where Garnacho basically kicked the ball in the goal and Xerxes blocked it and resulted in an offside situation. But Brighton looks good, but I thought their manager made some key mistakes in that game. There's no way Minter should have been on the field and be taken off in the 84th minute. People keep lauding him because the reserves made a difference. I think he missed the trick. Minter, who was playing the right wing, was really bad to me throughout the game, and he was still in the game at 80-something minutes. And when he put on a Dengra, and Ascenso, and his new acquisition from Leeds, that's when the game changed. He should have made those changes early on. Mitoma didn't have a great game. Minter did a great game, so I'm not sure why he didn't make those changes. And you could see the difference when they came on. Because Minter was supposed to be very skillful. I don't think he beat Dallo once in the game. And Dallo's a right back, not a left back. But anyway, let's focus on this game. Arsenal have the ball. Do what we normally do, keep possession, just playing amongst the defense. Villa plays a high line, so that's why I said we need a forward like Osimhen who can get behind defenses. So they have a very flat back four. There got to be spaces there to exploit. We got to get Partey between the lines or between the two pressers to then make the pass between the line. I think Timber is going to be a big deal, actually. With a turnover already. I think it's going to be a big deal because what Timber does, he actually can get by people. Much more so than Zinchenko. Bless Brian Burke. Thanks for joining. Hey, Brian, as you come in, hit the like button. And thanks for joining me, Brian. See, Nana is down on the ground already. I think he got hit by Timber with a forearm shiver. And Timber turned it over. He got hit in the mouth. He's not getting up anytime soon. I think it'd be a good game. It's two very good teams. I mean, they both made top four last year. Villa has enhanced their squad. Rodgers is new for them. They have done some addition and subtraction. Diaby left. Rodgers is here. I think Ramsey's back from injuries. Duran was probably supposed to be leading. Is still there. So I think it should be a good game. We'll see how Timber deals with Bailey on the right. Last year, Bailey did score against us. They showed us the Arsenal bench. Zinchenko doesn't look happy, but you got to learn to defend. You're like Alexander-Arnold. Can't defend yourself. I'm not sure why with Zinchenko and Alexander-Arnold were such poor defenders if they can't improve. Bless up, Shushan. Now they got really hit really hard actually. The medic is out there trying to help him turn his head. It doesn't seem in a good place. That was a forearm shiver actually. Wow. Been down for a little while now. Emery always dressed very similar. Black top, black pants, white shirt, tie. So I'm looking for a good game, people. So this is a good stoppage, actually. I'm trying to think, it looks like he's seeing stars or something. Maybe they got hit in the mouth or in the head. One of the two. Let me know what your prediction is for the game. Jamaica and Shushan, BM, and Brian. Let me know what your prediction is for the game. I'm predicting 2-1 Arsenal. I hope Martin have a good game because he's set up playing himself out of the team. I do think we need another winger. I know we have Trossard, but Trossard to me is not a winger. Trossard is probably more like a, I don't know what Trossard is. He doesn't really have a true position. He's a very good goal scorer, but he's not a real 10. He's not a winger. He's not a 9. He's just a good footballer. He reminds me of Smith Rowe and even Havertz. Those players don't really have positions per se. They're just good footballers. Good question. I don't. Raheem will find a team. Raheem is a very good player. He's gonna find a team. I don't know who that team would be though. A number of teams I think would be looking at him. The wages are a killer though. He's making 300,000. There's not a lot of players in the Premier League making 300,000. A number of City players probably do. I don't think we have one player in Arsenal making 300,000. I think Havertz may be the highest compensated player. So those wages, unless Chelsea's going to pay half of it, and somebody will pay the 150, so he may go to Villa. Because Villa doesn't have a winger under that. That's where he plays, right? They're playing Rodgers out there, but to me, Rodgers, they're not even playing Rodgers out there. They roll McGuinn out there, they roll Rodgers wide, they roll Ramsey wide, but they're not wingers. Nah, he ain't going to Saudi Arabia. When you make 300 grand a year, you don't go to Saudi Arabia. Now, if he goes to Saudi and make 300, that's like making 600 because you won't be paying tax on the amount. In the UK, when you make over, I think, £150,000 in a year, you're paying 45% of that in taxes. That's a big number of people, right? But if you go to Saudi Arabia and you stay there for a period of time, and you don't stay in the UK for over, I think it's 3 weeks during the year, that 300,000 is 300,000 in your pocket. So instead of you getting half of that number of 55% number, you get the entire number. So it's a big deal when people go, is he totally thinking about going to Saudi Arabia? Villa on their attack, Beta with the ball out wide, plays the ball down the line, crossing, blocked by Arsenal, Partey with the ball, goes wide to Martinelli, goes back to Timber, who plays a really poor pass into Alvarez, but he gets to Alvarez, Martinelli's away. Martinelli right going forward. Odegaard busting that gut to find it. Fighting on Martinelli, you're waiting too long. Martinelli plays a wide, bad pass as he normally does to Saka. Kill the play. Crossing by Saka. Oh, almost. A poor kick that was Rice. That was awful by Rice. Ball came over the top, hit out by Martinez. Rice got in the box. So Martinelli crossed the ball outside of his foot instead of inside of his foot, which is poor. But that's Martinelli. Doesn't make a decision to final third. Saka with a very good cross. Havertz went up. Martinelli hit it out. And then Rice, no composure, trying to do a one-time into the kick it in the goal and goes nowhere. Yeah, he's making the bag. He can make more if he go to Saudi, as I said before. He can make twice that if he goes. Or I put it this way: he can keep twice that if he go to Saudi. The difference between what you make and what you get to keep. So if he makes 300,000 in Saudi and he stays out in the UK for like 3 weeks for the entire year, just being there for less than 3 weeks, he keeps the entire bag. If he stays in the UK, he pays 45% in taxes. So big difference. That's why some people go to Saudi. In Saudi, you can say you want to go to Saudi for 5 years. That's like 10 years in the EPL compensation wise. That's why some people do it. Can you imagine how much Ronaldo taking home? Ridiculous money. Very few countries tax you on your worldwide income. The US does, and maybe a few others, but most countries, if you don't live in the country, they don't tax you. But the US tax you on your worldwide income. So what they in the US are not, you get taxed on your worldwide income. What they'll do though is if you pay tax in the country that you're in, then they give you credit against the tax you're supposed to pay in the US. You just join us. We're almost 9 minutes in. Score tied at 0. Villa is trying to spread us out, keep the field wide, and create opportunities to get the ball in between the lines. Villa has the ball just midway, just at the halfway line, trying to find ways to penetrate the Arsenal defense. Foul on Havertz. It's going to be a tough game for Arsenal. Because Villa is not intimidated by us. They beat us twice last year, so I'm sure they think they can beat us. That makes it more difficult. Some people I haven't heard you said, bless up. Oh, no. Oh, Shushan said 2-0 Brian versus 2-0 Arsenal. You don't think Villa will score against us? I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. We can't afford to beat us this year again, though. They beat us twice last year. Very good play by Partey. He just took McGinn off that ball. Odegaard is coming deep to get the ball. He wants to touch it. Villa is not really pressing us. They're playing smart. They're just trying to cut off all the gaps. Not pressing so we can fill the space when they leave a certain space when they press. I think it's a very well coached team. Emery does a good job of coaching. One of the debate nowadays is Emery better than Arteta. I don't think it's a fair comparison. Arteta's only been managing for 5 years. Emery's been doing this for much longer. But I think Arteta's done a good job with Arsenal because we're competing for titles now. Good ball by Gabriel trying to find Timber over the top. Cash goes back to Martinez. He dumps it. Ball to Timber. Timber goes back to Odegaard. Odegaard looking to go wide to White. White to Saka. Very good playing by Villa. The Villa team has improved on Emery. They weren't this defensively sound when he first came, but they've gotten better. Watching the ball, edge of the box, looking for a pass. Make a good decision. Might go down the wing, try to cross the far post, overhit, and we'll go out and Saka will retrieve it. Back to White. We're going to rotate the ball again. Saliba should go back to Garrett. Oh, it looked like somebody's hurt. Maybe it's Cash who's hurt on Villa's team. It looked like it's Cash. It looked like he pulled a fat or something. Pulled something. Yeah, they're trying to close on the lanes, Brian, and don't overpress because if you overpress and they beat the press, then it's a challenge. Yeah, so I watched Cash go on. He stretched. Yep, stretched and came down. Looks like he pulled something, right hamstring. But he pulled it or jerked and did something to it. Doesn't look good. And you can hear the trainer calling out to Emery to probably say you need to make a change. Now the first 5 games are tricky because we have Brighton next, don't we? And I think after international break we have, I forgot the 2 teams, but also we have Man City in the first 5 games. So it's a tricky first 5 games. We passed the first test last week. Let's hope we pass this one today. Doesn't look good for Cash or Villa. Arteta giving a lot of instruction to Partey and White and Saka. I guess about how they're linking up or not linking up. If you just join us, we are 13 and a half minutes in. Game is tied at 0. Matty Cash looks like his day may be done. He seemed very distraught. I think he looks like he pulled something. So they'll probably have to make a change and put on a right back. Maybe Konza go right back and they bring in a centre half. I think Diego Carlos is on the bench. No, they bring someone else. I'm not sure who that is. We had some good games today, actually. Ipswich got ahead of themselves and scored first against Man City, and then made a bunch of mistakes to lose that game. Game is back on. Gabriel fighting with Ollie Watkins. Arsenal playing the ball in the middle of the half. The middle of Aston Villa's half, trying to go long, bad pass by Gabriel. Well, I think we are doing a good job of controlling the game so far. Brilliant shot by Saka and a wonderful save by Martinez. I thought it was a goal. Saka with the ball out wide, good pass. Odegaard with the ball, cut inside of Saka. Saka drift inside, went far post, and Martinez does what Martinez does. Really good save. That ball is going far corner. Barely touched his right thumb to go out. Wow. Spurs to the world. Bless up Warren. Yeah, Spurs won today, but Spurs are a good team. I think they're going to have a challenging year. They have a good team. They did win 4-0 against Everton, who look like they're going to be fighting for relegation. They'll be in a relegation battle. West Ham won 2-0 today. That was a decent game. Oh, no, we missed that. Corner come in. I have no idea what happened. Corner came in, ball bouncing all over the place. Referee calling a foul. I'm not sure what the foul is about, because Arsenal players are being held. Martinez just fell down. Nobody did anything to Martinez, even though Havertz missed the goal. Nobody did anything to Martinez. Fulham won 2-1. So Nottingham Forest won 1-0. Brighton beat Man U 2-1. I did get the Nottingham Forest game right, and I did get a few right today, actually. I think I missed the Man U Brighton game. I thought it would be a 2-2 tie. You just joined us. Arsenal versus Aston Villa, the feature game of the day. Almost 17 minutes in, and the game is tied at 0. Arsenal has the best chance so far. Saka going far post, and Martinez does what he does. Made a wonderful save to push it out of bounds. Well, we've been a better team so far. Fact is not. Villa has been defending quite a bit, actually. We got to be careful about the counter, though. Everton have money problems, a lot of money problems. It's when you overspend and spend unwisely. They spend very unwisely. They spend $500 million and they can't show not one player that they can be proud of out of that $500 million they spent. So it's not how much you spend, it's how you spend it. At least Chelsea can show players that they bought for their 1.3 billion, whatever it is. Everton can't show anybody they bought for their money. They bought players who couldn't find a team after. I think they bought this kid for 50-something million. Where was he from? I'm trying to remember his name. And he was out of the team after 2 years and disappeared from football. Yeah, I think we have Villa running around. They're not sure what we're doing. Arsenal with the ball in their own half, almost 19 minutes in, 18 and a half. Score tied at 0. There's space over the top, people. That's why we need a center forward with some speed. Look at how where Villa is. They're about 10 to 15 meters in their own half. That's where the last line of defense. You play the ball over the top, should even go behind them. Arsenal the ball to Rice. Rice back to Partey. Partey inside to Saliba. Saliba looking for a pass. Can't see one. He should go wide to Rice was open. And White made a horrible pass. That's where we're going to get in trouble. Horrible pass by White. I have no idea pass the ball. Nana coming forward. Goes outside to Bailey. Bailey being trapped by Odegaard. Bailey looked like he hurt himself. Bailey's down. He damaged himself. He's out. It looks like something gave. He tried to do a twist and he hurt himself. Yeah, nobody touched him. I don't know if it's his knee or his ankle, but he hurt himself. Not a good start for Villa. They already lost Cash about 5 minutes ago. Now Bailey's rolling around. Looks like it's a knee problem, people. It's not good. If that's a knee, it's not good. He's in a lot of pain. And he wasn't touched, so you know how that happens. Villa having a tough day at the office. Let's see what happens. He has the ball. He twists his ankle. Yeah, he twisted his ankle. I thought it was his knee, but it's his ankle. He probably had to run it off after a while. Probably a very sharp pain initially. See, I don't know, Villa players warming up. I don't even know some of these Villa players, actually. I did have the sub bench, but not that did with it. So another injury for Aston Villa, who already lost Matty Cash. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Players dropping like flies. The second game of the season. Can't afford to be have so much injuries. Game is restarted. Bit of a ball deep in their own half, trying to get out. Villa is struggling to get out of their own half, but we have to make it count. Bailey's back on the field. I think he just twisted his ankle. "22 minutes in, game tied at 0. Arsenal has been the better team so far. Villa hasn't really done much to date. You know, winger that can get by people like Savino and Doku can do. Saka is not a winger that's go by people, and Martinelli is always searching for money on the floor, so it's kind of hard for him to do so. That's what he's supposed to be doing. See Martinelli kick the ball. Martinelli, come on, fight people and field, man. Simple ball to pass your left when you kick the ball out of bounds. He just doesn't make. He can't pass a football to save his life. Cannot pass a football to save his life. 2 times in this game, he had a chance to make 2 easy passes. Played one behind the teammate running on, and that ball to Rice, which is a simple pass. His left foot, he played out of bounds. Like Glenn Rice having some contact lens issue. That could be very frustrating. 23 minutes in, game tied at 0. Arsenal really pressuring Villa. We're trying to play out, but pressure is getting to them. So Villa is not really pressing us. They're just closing the angle, they're narrowing the field and close the angles down. There's a space between the second line of defense and so Ollie Watkins missed a sitter. Gabriel playing with the you-know-what ball for no reason. I think it was a foul. Ollie Watkins just missed a sitter. Gabriel has the ball, playing with the ball, before he passes it out. It's a foul. Pass Ali Watkins and he kicked the ball out of bounds. Should be an easy tap in. Gabriel was fouled, actually, and Varmea would have called it back. I'm not sure how Ali Watkins missed that. But I don't know why Gabriel trying to show how strong he is. It's nonsense. Why he's trying to show how strong he is? Nobody cares how strong he is, Gabriel. Play the damn ball back to your goalkeeper. Ref may not call it. Ref was right there and say it was not a foul. It was a foul. But I'm not sure why Gabriel is doing that. That's the thing about Gabriel. He'll make a mistake. He's like Ramsey was. He make a mistake every game, once a game. So Villa now starting to press. So before they didn't start pressing, yeah, we got away. That's a dumb play by Gabriel. Dumb. There's no reason to try to shield. Let's play the ball. Arsenal coming forward over the halfway line. White, go back to Odegaard. Odegaard coming forward, looking for a pass. People not moving right. White with the ball. Havertz. I have no idea what Havertz trying to do. That's the thing. We need that 9. I have no idea what Havertz trying to do. Ali Watkins should be just. Ali Watkins could have walked that ball into the goal, people. Saka with the ball coming forward. We're just out of sort up front. We're out of sort. I don't know what we're doing. We're just out of sort. We're running into each other's way. We're out of sort. 25 minutes in, game tied at 0. Best chance of the game came to Villa. Gabriel robbed up the ball, played into Ali Watkins. Goal is wide open. I have no idea what he did. He just get the ball outside. You could have scored that, people. Whatever you're doing in life, you could score that. Ali Watkins has to put that away. So I said we making mistakes in these games, We did that last week, but it was Wolves. We got away with some of them. Yeah, Villa now starting to press people. They're starting to press. So they changed their strategy. They started out first just playing possum, and now they're pressing us. But we're getting some space. If we beat the first line, we should be okay. We're having trouble penetrating past in the first line. Partey need to go towards the ball. Let Rodgers make a decision, Partey. So the ball can come inside the timber. Good pressure by Villa. Turn the ball over. Got White to Saka now. Ball into Odegaard. Odegaard looking for a pass inside. Cannot find one. Comes back to Gabriel just at the halfway line. 27 minutes in. Game still tied at 0. Should have been 1-0 to Villa, frankly. Ball to Saka. Looking for a pass. Comes inside to Partey. Partey back to Saka. Saka trying to stop the ball and fell over. Villa has the ball back, trying to go deep. And we have no Jesus today. Jesus is out injured, so I guess Nketiah will come off the bench. I thought Nketiah was going to Nottingham Forest, but I guess that may not be happening anytime soon, even though they said the deal was close. Villa coming forward, trying to cross the ball box by Rodgers, blocked by Ben White. Villa attacking deep in the Arsenal half on the left. Long throw by Dini, but foolish throw is out of bounds. We need some more movement of the ball. We're very stagnant. Thirty minutes in, game still tied. That's a dirty tackle by Dini. Saka. Game still tied at 0. Villa with a glorious chance to score, but didn't take advantage. Gabriel with a very good ball into Rice. Rice to Martinelli. Martinelli holding the ball up really, really well. Goes back outside to Havertz. Havertz to Rice. Rice trying to go far post to Saka. Ball headed up by Dini. That should be fouled by Partey. Don't need to foul in Partey. You have people there. Oh, very good quick start by Villa. Really good win by Saliba to Partey. Partey, good pass to Odegaard. Odegaard to Rice. Arsenal coming forward. Ball out wide to Martinelli. He has a one-on-one. Take him on Martinelli. One-on-one. Don't hesitate. Go at him hard. Martinelli trying to go against the youngster who just came in. Don't have his name yet. Partey now. With a good shot over the bar. When we get those breaks, we have to take them because they're very well set up defensively. I have to find out the name of that new Villa player that just came in. We're almost 32 minutes in. Game is tied at 0. Arsenal and the Villans. If you just join us, 2 big chances they have. One to Arsenal, one to Aston Villa. Saka had a really good shot. Oh, looks like both McGinn and Saliba got hurt. Saliba is rolling around in a lot of pain. He got hit maybe in the stomach. He got hit in the stomach and the knee. Yeah, McGinn is a really tough guy. Foul against Arsenal. Foul against Saliba. I think Saliba was just pretending because he thought he couldn't get a yellow card for that foul, not McGinn. I think Tillman will be taking this. Arsenal, looks like they have semi-break. Well, oh, really good play. Martinelli should be in, actually. What the? That was Havertz. What are you doing? Excuse me, people. What are you doing? You got 2 people in front of you and just pass the ball to the defender. Where do we get our footballing brain from? That has to be Martinelli. You know, Havertz. It's Martinelli. No, it's Havertz. Sorry, it's not Martinelli. It's Havertz. I have no idea what he just did a while ago. I have no idea what he just did. We had like a 3-2 and he just passed the ball to the defender. It has to be one of the dumbest plays ever. So, taking the kickoff between McGinn. McGinn just kicked the ball on Saliba and White blasted it back at McGinn. McGinn is that kind of player, people. Like to rile people up. That's McGinn. Yeah, Brian, that's what he does and does it well. That's what McGinn does. McGinn like to wind people up. And Arsenal wasn't taking that. Yeah, it can be. Let's see what happens. So Ali Watkins has the ball. He's fighting with Garrick. Saliba wins it. He got tripped, and then McGinn kicked the ball on him. I have no idea what Havertz was doing. Here's the ball. Let's see this play again. Ball comes out to Havertz. Good ball into Odegaard. He plays it wide to Rice. Rice plays the ball to him because he's not offside. So he goes out wide. He gets the ball. Saka's in the middle. There's no cross there. There's nobody there. Hold your head up. He just plays the ball to the defender. It's a really poor decision on his behalf. I have no idea what he was trying to do. 35 minutes in. Can't say it's the most exciting game. The ability to mesmerize and split the defense and penetrative passes, but it's an okay game, I guess. Game tied at 0, 35 minutes in, Arsenal versus Villa. Rice with the ball trying to go wide. Ball now with Timber. Timber looking for a pass, cannot find one. Goes back to Gabriel. Who's probably going to go back to Timber. Try to find Timber between the lines. Timber, good play. Got dispossessed. Ball booted up by Villa. To Gabriel. To Saliba. We're trying to do too much with the ball, Saliba. Trying to do too much with the ball. Play the ball off. Rev with the ball to White. We're in Arsenal half. The game is going to become pedestrian again. Partey between the lines. Plays out to Rice. Rice is not an 8, people. I don't think he likes that. I think he's like the 6. Martinelli trying to go inside. Turns again. Has no idea what he's doing. Good cross by Rice. Trying to find Saka. Odegaard with the ball, looking for a shot. Beat his man brilliantly. Offside on... Who's offside? Looked like Saka is offside. I'm not sure who's offside in that play. I think Arsenal has been the better team, actually. Villa hasn't really done much in this game apart from us turning the ball over and Gabriel tried to shield something, which the ball not protected well. But they really haven't done much. And even though we have done more than them, we haven't really created clear-cut opportunities. That's one thing I think we're struggling with, actually. Breaking down defense, creating clear-cut opportunities to score. Now, when you score a ton of goals from set pieces, it suggests, and people see a score here, they're scoring a lot of goals. Aston Villa with the ball, trying to come through. Bad pass by Bailey. Cut off by Gabriel, looking for a pass. Doesn't have one. Ball back to Timber. I haven't seen Bailey in the game at all, actually. Because Villa hasn't had much of the ball, to be frank. Or I should say, to be fair. Yeah, Villa just dropping off and tightening up the field. Partey trying to go. Good attempt by Partey to find Odegaard. Martinez dump it deep. Good header by Timber. Partey with the ball, controlled, looking for a pass. Saka need to rub the line, Saka. Come on, go out wide, Saka. Rub the line and spread the field out. Good attempt by... Oh, that was close. Gabriel chasing against Rogers. Played to Martinelli. Martinelli with the ball, going forward. Martinelli, please look up and stop looking down. Goes inside to Rice, to Partey, out to Saka. Arsenal need to come up with something inventive to score here. Villa is really compact. Partey plays the ball into Rice. Rice may go outside the good ball to Martin. They cross the ball one time now. And instead of Havertz just flicking the ball behind him, I have no idea what he was doing. That's not a center forward touch. He plays the ball out of bounds. All he had to do was let the ball run past his right foot and flick with his left foot behind him. Ball come from Rice. Very good pass between the lines to Martinelli. Havertz probably would have been offside anyway. Not a center forward move. I still think we need a number 9. We're doing some what Villa is doing. We're trying to press them, but forcing them to make a mistake. Defenders rolling around. He got hurt. You didn't get hurt, Torres. we're smart with our press. We're not pressing just all out without thinking. We're trying to close on the handles first, then we pressure. And that was a close one. Oh, he stepped in his ankle. That could have been, that's at least a yellow card. Probably could even be a red, frankly. I mean, he wasn't stepping to hurt him, but not a good step by Havertz. But the ball was there to be won. It's another thing, too. When Jesus press is different from Havertz press. Havertz press in slow motion. Jesus press and Odegaard press with vigor. As if they really want the ball. I think Havertz play football at one pace. Moderate. Good move by Aston Villa, ball in between the lines. Rodgers twisting and turning, going through. He loves to do this. That was pretty close. Rodgers ran through the entire Arsenal midfield. Try to cross it back. He does this really well. I've seen him do this for Villa before. He ran through the entire midfield. One by Rice, by Partey, also by Saliba. Good play by Raya. Not good people. You got to close him down. He does this. He'd like to carry the ball on the left. I forgot which game he did it against West Ham last week. So Villa is just tempting us. Bring the ball out, Arsenal, and we'll just sit here and wait for you. "41 minutes in, game tied at 0. Ball into Rice. Rice looking to switch to Saka. Saka control, goes back to White. We need somebody to go behind it. Look at that space. Havertz is not quick enough. The ball behind is there. I know Kanza is cheating, but the ball behind is there. It's there. When you narrow the field like this, the ball behind is there. Hard to go in between the lines because they don't have a ton of gap between the first, second, and third line of defense. But they're cutting the field in half. Really good ball by Havertz out to Odegaard. Go back to Odegaard, quick Saka. Back to Saka to Ben White. Shoot Ben White. Cross the ball. Bad cross by Ben White. Cross the ball to anybody. Anybody's ball. Partey dispossessed. Villa trying to come forward. Villa with now 3 against 3. Villa coming forward. Stop Rodgers from dribbling. He's doing what he does again. Bailey with the ball. Make a bad decision. Ball turn over to Arsenal. Referee not giving Partey those calls. When you pull players down, referee not giving those calls, Arsenal. So you have to realize that you're not going to get those calls. You got to play the ball off and try to hold it. 42 minutes in. Villa is looking to do the counter-attacking people. And they haven't taken advantage of that ability so far, but it's there for the taking. So we're attacking with 8-9 players, except for our 2 center halves. So they're now way up the field now. If they turn the ball over, Richard. Rodgers' shot was blocked by Bailey. Set by Bailey by Watkins. Bailey tried to go over Raya. Not the best shot. Rodgers' shot and the ball was blocked by Holly Watkins. Bailey trying to go far post over his head. Not a bad attempt, actually. It was there. Emery's not happy with somebody. I think that's the method. It's the Man City method. You pass till you pass him into oblivion, Bert. I should say Brian. Yeah, build-up is too slow. Way too slow. Ball into Martin. So when Martin gets it now, he needs to just run at the defender. It's a young kid who just came on. And he kicked the ball out of bounds. Martinelli, come off other people in field. You have no idea what you're doing. Martinelli has been awful for the last year and a half. Seriously. Bless up IMAX. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button as you come in. Don't be an Arsenal hater, IMAX. You should. That means you don't like success. Is that what you're saying? You don't like successful teams? Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. You have to love. If you hate Arsenal football team, then you don't like football. I can understand you're not supporting them because we play beautiful football. You go look at all those brilliant team goals that have been scored in football, and Arsenal is in the mix for the best team goals ever. Especially the one that Wilshere scored or the one that Giroud scored. Martinelli, you're wasting time, Martinelli. You're really poor. Really poor, Martinelli. Really poor. Arsenal the ball to Havertz. What is Havertz doing? We're just not. I don't know what we're doing, people. Blow it off referee for halftime. Let's start over, Arteta. Got to make some changes. Martinelli's been poor. Bring on Trossard. He can't be this bad. Can't wait to bring Marine into the team so we can get a real number 8 because Rice is lost at 8. Didn't go play the 6. He's lost at 8. His passing is not the best in terms of his ability to play the ball between the line or play the ball long. He doesn't have that in his repertoire. Martinelli looking like he wants to be on the bench. That's where he should be. He's not playing well. He's poor. And last week he played the entire game and I have no idea why. I don't think Nelson could do any worse, frankly. I trust Trossard. Saka with the ball. Oh, that's a rough tackle there by Tillman. I think Saka felt that one. He went through him and the ball. The ref didn't call a foul on that now. That was a very hard tackle. Partey with the ball. We're slow. We're monotonous. This is not. Timber with the ball to White. Timber, you're too far. We need to come back, Timber. The feet is not balanced. Partey coming forward. White to Odegaard. Odegaard needs to engineer something. Gabriel looks like he wants to shoot. He's going to go over the top to Martinelli. Martinelli crossed the ball in the box to nobody as usual. You can't be this bad, Martinelli. You're just playing awful. You don't look. You have no idea what you're doing. A bad header by So ref, you're gonna call foul on Timber for that. You should be calling foul against Gabriel against Partey before. That's a bad call. That's not really a foul. They say you're the hater. No, don't hate. Don't hate. IMAX. Don't hate. Yeah, I love Arsenal. We play beautiful football. Well, it looks like we're going to score today because our left side is weak in terms of Martinelli. He's just poor. Make poor decisions on a continuous basis. And Saka not getting a lot of room over there. Rogers trying to go by Partey. Rogers just went by Partey. Rogers is giving us a lot of trouble, people. A lot of trouble. Yellow card. I'm not sure if it's Rogers to Rice. Rogers just going by us. He's going by Partey. He's going by Rice. He just turned a while ago. Partey trying to get to him, cannot stop him. He just shook him off. We can't manage him, actually. This kid is a really good dribbler of the ball. Yeah, he does that, though. It's not just us. I saw him last week. He does that. So you have to be close. That is Partey's mark, though. Because Odegaard is not going to come back to mark him. So, but he's a very strong dribbler, and he does it really well. I haven't seen him play. I only seen him play this year for Villa because they bought him this year, but I haven't seen him in the past. Yeah, Villa's coming more into the game, people. They're catching us on the break, and it looks good when they do so. We need something, though. Not happening so far, mindset. Villa is holding their own, and they had the best chance to score. It should have been 1-0 Villa, to be honest. Partey with the ball for a pass. With the halfway line, trying to play the ball around, as we normally do little 5-yard passes, but not going anywhere. They're chopping down Saka. That should be a yellow card, referee. They're just chopping him down. That's the second time they have gone through him. He's like, referee, where's the yellow card? Yeah, that's not a good tackle by Onana. He has no chance to get the ball. And Arteta is getting very upset on the sideline. The second time somebody's gone through Saka, and he's saying, where's the yellow card? I think our movement is slow. Look, we have the ball now. Nobody's moving. Everybody's standing up. Nobody's moving. They're not dragging people out of a position. They're just walking. I don't think Timber plays this inverted as well as Zinchenko does, actually. Zinchenko is just a much better passer and a much better wear going forward. Yeah, Timber is not in a good position for the inverted. He's way too far over to the right. It's almost like because he's right-sided, he plays that way. Ball out to Martinelli. Martinelli played the ball in the box. Havertz is open. Martinelli just doesn't have a footballing brain. I'm telling you, it's worse and worse every time you watch him play. He's playing himself onto the bench. It's halftime, people. If you just join us, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Game tied at 0. Yeah, Burke, he's a big-time baller. We have one in Nwaneri, you know. Nwaneri should be playing in these games. Nwaneri is a better 8 than Rice is. Rice is not a good 8. Rice is poor 8. Rice cannot play the 8. Have no forward ability going forward. People say, oh, he scored goal last year. Yeah, he scored a few goals because we're overloading up top. But what has Rice done in the last game and a half to show he's an 8? There's no ball in between the lines. They played one to Martinelli, but you know Martinelli is. He's not going by people. He's not breaking that defense by splitting the defensive line. Nwaneri does a better job. But Arteta doesn't play academy players. You can see Pep has played Foden, even though Foden took a while to get into the team. Sancho left because he didn't think Pep was going to play him. Palmer left because he didn't think Pep's going to play him. But he's not giving Rico Lewis a game. And Bob would have played him before he broke his ankle. Rico Lewis is a really good player. Height may be a challenge for him sometimes, but really good player. So scored, tied. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game so far. Can you say it's the most exciting game at all? 1 second, people. I have to fix this thing. Give me a second. But the game is okay. Hopefully we can put this team away. Yeah, I revives. He did miss a sitter. I mean, if you and I missed that goal, people would be giving us a hard time. So, and he's paid to do this. He snatched at the ball. I don't know why, because he was wide open. I think he was trying to hit it one time before Raya recovered, but it was a bad miss on his part. Really bad miss. But we haven't really created much. I mean, Saka had a really good shot and a good save by Martinez, but we haven't created a ton. And that's for the last, against Wolves, the same way. Martinelli ain't improving. Martinelli is regressing. Martin getting the point, Young was going to give up on him. He's regressing. He was brilliant the year before last. Last year was so-so. He started the year the same way. Just doesn't play smart football. When he has the ball in dangerous position, he doesn't know what to do with it. He's like Doku. Don't know when to cross, don't know when to pass, don't know when to beat, and that's a problem. When you find out third, that's where you make your money. Now, he does run back and cover really well defensively, but he's paid to score goals and create goals, not just to defend. Nah, he's been marked by a brilliant Timber, so he's not getting a lot of service. Let's be honest. Because Villa has not had a ton of the ball. I'd love to see it. You know what? I should try to find the possession stats actually. But no, it hasn't been Hasn't been the best game for Bailey. Hasn't been the best game for Villa. Havertz cannot be our 9 vibes. No, I've been telling people that for a while. I don't know what people are thinking. Because they say stats are great. He's not a 9. My 9 has to have pace. I'm sorry. Unless the 9 is like Tony, who you know can shoot with either foot outside the box, head the ball really well, hold the ball up brilliantly. He's not a 9. Not a 9. Not even close to being a 9. But his stats are supposedly good, so people are excited. People are excited. That kid Rogers is giving us trouble, though. He's dribbling through the middle, and we can't seem to don't have an answer for that. Don't seem to have an answer. Yeah, he plays in slow motion. That's how he plays football. He's a good player, but he plays in slow motion. Plays in slow motion, and when you need to have difference makers, I don't think he's a real difference maker. But Arteta is convinced by him. We'll see what happens when Marina comes in. They're just showing you the Havertz miss. It's a really bad miss, people. He's trying to just tap the ball in the goal. Raya's done. If he fakes that shot, Raya's lay down. He's lie down. He lay down. He just tap it in the goal. So he just joined us. We're at halftime. Game tied at 0. I would say Villa should be up by 1-0, or the game should be tied. We've had a better off run of play. Oh, that chance that Ollie Watkins missed, that was an offset. That was a foul on Gabriel. I don't know what the referee is thinking. And the problem you have nowadays is they've told VAR that unless it's a clear error by the referee, you shouldn't call it back. So VAR may not get involved in all these things this year. But that was a foul. Arsenal will lose the league today. It's the second game, IMAX. What do you mean we lose the league today? That ain't happening. You can't lose a league in the second week of the season. Come on, IMAX, man. You're better than that. You're better than that. Manu missed out for it today. Manu could have won that game, you know. If that offside wasn't against Zerkey, who just made it wasn't his fault. Best of Kimar. I wouldn't say it was Zerkey's fault that he was offside and prevent the goal from scoring, but they should have scored on that play. And it would have been 2-1 to them and be hard for Brighton to come back. Now I hear people, I'm actually people praising the Brighton's coach, who is like 33 years old, about how brilliant his change was and all that. He managed that game poorly today. Like, I like when people have outcome that's positive. They talk about how brilliant the manager was, how brilliant this person was. No, he was poor. Minte, M-I-N-T-H, if I'm not pronouncing his name right, was having a stinker. He couldn't beat Dallo all game. He's playing poorly. If you take him in the first half, he played almost the entire game. Matino on the right, who I like, Mitoma, I should say, the Japanese who I like, he was having an okay game, but it wasn't great either. He have a Dinger on the bench, who's been brilliant. You have the Paraguayan on the bench, who's been brilliant. I know he had a long injury came from. And he put him on the field to the 87th minute, and then he got a goal because they created it. And he had the kid from Leeds he bought for 40 million. And he put them on with like 4 minutes left. I'm talking about how brilliant he was. They should be taken off a long time ago. Bless Ernest. I'm shaking my head saying, you guys picking up this coach because he's 33 and he's young and he's bright and he's smart, but his game management today was atrocious. Just because he won and he was part of the people he put on, I think there should have been a bit on the field from like 60 minutes, 55 minutes because Minter was having a stinker. Minter was playing out Martinelli. Every ball he gets on the edge of the box, he doesn't know what to do with it. Yes, we do need. I think it's Williams who doesn't want to leave Atletico Bilbao because you know how they are. All their players on the team are academy players. They have a sense of loyalty to the club. They are from the same region. So I don't think he wants to leave, but Martinelli is not the answer, people. And Trossard is not a winger. Maybe you should go get Sterling. I don't know. I think Sterling is better than Martinelli. I know he doesn't fit the age group and his wage is overpriced, but Sterling is better than Martinelli. Ernest, thanks for joining. So I don't know what we're doing as a club, but Martinelli is not the answer. He's just poor. In fact, you know what I would do? I'll try Martinelli in the 9 instead of Havertz, because Havertz has no speed, and Martinelli can take on people and beat them. Havertz can't beat himself. So I play Martinelli in the 9, put Havertz on the bench, and get a winger. I like Trossard, but he doesn't really have a position. He's a very good goal scorer, but doesn't have speed. Can beat a man here and there. They're attributes you need in that position, which we don't possess, except for Martinelli. So if Jesus is going to keep on being injured like Partey was for the last 3 years, then yeah. We don't want Sterling. No, I'll take Sterling. I think Sterling's a good player. Nico doesn't want to leave his club team, so Barcelona wanted him. We wanted him. He doesn't want to leave. We want him. His release clause is only £51 million, I think. But he doesn't want to leave, so you can't force a kid to leave his club that he really wants to stay. And he's making good money too. I think they say he's over 100,000 now, so I'm not sure how Atletico Bilbao can afford that. Hey, thank you, IMAX. I know there's people that are stingy with them likes IMAX. I'm stingy with it. It's precious. It's like gold. The likes are like gold, people, and they don't like to give it up at all. And I like freeness, but no one give freeness. That's how it works. But we're at halftime. In fact, you know what we should do while we're at halftime? And we're going to do like the traditional media does. We'll go over the scores from today's games. So in the early game this morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Jamaica time, 4:30 California time or West Coast Pacific time, 12:30 in the UK. Brighton, Albion, who has spent a lot of money this year. I think that they're up to about 200 million now, but they've made back some money, so their net spend is almost low. Probably the most profitable team in the Premier League, one of the best runs team. They beat Manchester United 2-1. I thought Man U were probably a little bit better. They were much better in the first half. Brighton came in the game really well in the second half. Brighton hit the bar by Welbeck. Welbeck scored against them. As you know, Welbeck played for both. He started at Man U and he played for Arsenal. Now at Brighton. Played well, but they beat Man U by 2-1. And so Man U's now 1-1. I thought Man U played well the last two games. Not exceedingly well, but I thought they played well against Fulham when they won. And I thought they played well against Brighton and Spurs. And I also like how they bring the ball up really well. Good combination between their defense, Maino, the wingers, Rashford, Diallo, I think, is a really good player. Casemiro was decent. Mount was playing good defensively, not necessarily offensively. Mount came off early and may have injured himself. Yeah, but I picked them to draw today with Brighton. I thought it was going to be a 2-2 draw. So Brighton are a good team. Young team, good team. But I thought Man U missed the trick because Brighton is playing like a 4-2-4, you know. Even though, what's the name there? Fowler scored the last goal. Even though he comes back quite a bit Brazilian. And played, you know, he's playing like a 10, but he's playing a 9.5. So there's a gap between Gilmore and him, actually, that can be exploited, but Man U didn't exploit as well as they should. That should be Fernandez doing that. But they lost by 2-1. Man U. Crystal Palace lost by 2-0 to West Ham. West Ham now one-on-one, they lost to Villa last week. And West Ham has bought like 10 players, people. I know we get all this money from. I think they have some American owner. No, not American. I think it's maybe Czechoslovakian coming out 2-3 years ago. But they're spending money. I'm not sure how you spend so much money when you're not generating revenues to match it, but they must know where they're getting money from. But they bought about 10 players. Some other players like Tadibo haven't gotten to the team yet. Mavropanos, who used to play for Arsenal, is still in their team. Thought he'd be on the bench by now. And they have Wan-Bissaka, who played well when he came on, actually. He was involved in the second goal. Played really well when he came on. Fulham beat Leicester by 2-1. Goals for Fulham scored by ESR, and we know ESR are baller people. By the two Arsenal products, Iwobi and ESR. Fire scored for Leicester, but ESR can score goal people. He scored 10 for us 2 years ago before he started getting all those injuries, when he was really linking up with Saka and with, I'm missing somebody, or centre forward who went back to France. But now, ASR is going to score a goal. I'm glad the kid had a chance to play because he's a very good footballer, and he wasn't getting game time at Arsenal. Man City beat Ipswich by 4-1. Haaland with a hat-trick. I wonder how much hat-trick Haaland has nowadays, because man just scored goal for fun. He could have scored more too. But Ipswich is just giving the ball away in certain situations, and the keeper has to be blamed for one of the goals that they gave up. So Nottingham Forest beat Southampton by 1-0. Gibbs White, who would love to get Jamaica to get, but who has been, as with Hutchinson, waiting for England. I think Gibbs White is a possibility for Jamaica. If he doesn't get called to England in the next 3 windows, I think he'll revisit his decision, is my understanding. But right now, he scored today, and he's a really good player, people. And the thing I love about him, it's like how Roger's playing. He has that versatility. He can play the 8, he can play the 9.5, he can play the 10. He can even play out wide. So if we can get Gibbs White, we should get Gibbs White. Teams are coming back out. Tottenham Hotspur beat a hapless Everton by 4-0. Everton is going down. Bissouma, Son, Romero. Son scored 2, Bissouma scored, and Romero scored. So Son is back in scoreline. I don't know what the story is with Everton, but I saw what's his name is warmed up. Duran looks like he's going to come on, actually. Who's he coming on for? Is that Holly Watkins? And Duran scored last week against Everton. Yes, Hutchinson, he has good touches, but hey, this is the big boy territory. So Tottenham won by 4-0. And we know that our coach doesn't make any change. Martinelli should be taken off. That's why I sometimes laugh when people talk about how coaches manage a game brilliantly. Arteta doesn't game manage well. I don't like Arteta's game management. I think it's poor, by the way. Yeah, no, Hutchinson has some good touches in those games when he gets the ball, but we don't get much of the ball. It's very hard to see a quality. So Arsenal should have a kickoff the second half. Partey is at the ball. You just join us. It's 0-0 Arsenal, Aston Villa. Very cagey game. Aston Villa has the best chance of the game by Holly Watkins, who did not score. Watkins is still on, though. I know I said Duran warming up. So Villa doesn't really play with a true left winger, They have Bailey right, and they have Rogers floating inside like a hybrid. Like he's playing a hybrid 8-10 type construct. But he's a very good dribbler. Very, very good dribbler of the ball. Come on, Arsenal. Play the ball with more purpose. We're not playing with a purpose. We're going to spread the field out wider and create more space between the lines to penetrate Villa. Villa is they're playing really interesting defense. Right now, they're just they have a setup they're staying in the half of our half and half of their half. That's the field for them. And we don't have any ideas about how to penetrate that. They just want to nick the ball and go in and counter. That's what they're trying to do. Garrett the ball for Arsenal. 46 minutes in, 47 minutes in. Game tied at 0. Yeah, we're just playing the ball amongst the defense. We're not doing anything, really. Good move by Odegaard, go inside so Saka can get some space to maneuver. White ball in the poor ball by Ben White. Rice was open. A better ball in the in and goal. It's a poor ball by Ben White. No, IMAX want to see us lose. IMAX, which team do you support? Let me know which team you support. I'm gonna guess and say you're a Man U supporter, but let me know which team you support. We gotta find a way to close down Rodgers. I think he's gonna keep penetrating us. City? What do you mean City? He cannot support City. You know why? Because no fan with football pedigree supports City. No Jamaican person with football pedigree supports City. If you support City, that means you just come to football. You're new to the football. Ajax, I'm very disappointed in you. I'm very disappointed. If you're not under 25, I'm very disappointed, IMAX. I'm so disappointed in you. You're a real Jamaican. You're bandwagonist. You're bandwagonist, IMAX. You're bandwagonist. Bandwagonist. If it's opposite City, you're bandwagonist. You're bandwagonist, IMAX. You're such a big bandwagonist. It's ridiculous. Him just start watch football. Or he's a bandwagonist. He may have a team and he just like some people in Jamaica used to have the Chelsea, the Leeds, the West Hams of the world. So you probably just support City because you know what? You're typical Jamaican and bandwagon. We're just out of ideas at Arsenal. We don't know what we're doing. We have the ball deep in their territory. We don't know where to go with it. We turn by Partey, looking for somebody, can't find a pass. Oh, okay. So when we stopped winning, he got away from us. Bandwagonist, I told you. We have won a title in 20 years. He got away from us. He's not a true fan. He's a fan B. He's not a fan. Not a true fan. No, I mean, I watch nobody on top of no Antwerp and no Ajax. Nobody on top of that. We talk about team that top league in the world. That's what we talk about. If you said Real Madrid or Barcelona, I would say okay. But Ajax, I don't think so. Look how Villa just broke us down with one pass a while ago. One pass got them out, and now we're scrambling. Just one pass, break the press. Bailey coming forward, trying to go by Martinelli. He did go by Martinelli, trying to cross. I'm not this Ajax. Ajax has been a good team, Ajax is a good team. But Eredivisie have about number 7 top league now, we're like 8, probably even lower. So not that one Eredivisie anymore. Ajax has history, I agree, especially in European football, but they're known now for developing talent to export. So yeah, it's not like old days. Yeah, Brian. They just beat us real easy and then we're scrambling. I thought they're gonna sit there and not make any change because that's what he does. The little team is going to just turn away from Odegaard a while ago. We have no fast breaker. We have no speed out there apart from Martinelli. Because Havertz, you call a foul on Havertz? Really? Wow. Havertz is slow like molasses. He's running. How can it be? Oh, because he went to the man. He didn't even play the ball. I don't know what Havertz is doing. He's not playing the ball, he's playing the man. He played Kanza versus playing the ball. That's why he hurt himself. He went to the ball, he got that foul. Now people are praising Havertz for goals he scored and all that, but he's not the answer as a 9. We need a 9. We ain't winning until we get a 9. Too slow. Yeah, no, I agree with that, IMAX. They're a brilliant team, but things have changed, especially financially. That's why. I'm not ever going to call that foul on Partey when he didn't call the foul before on Gabriel when Gabriel was fouled. I don't understand that. You ref are not consistent. Okay. No, you can't switch teams. Real fans don't switch teams, IMAX. Then you're not a fan. You don't hear no real fans switch no teams. Unless the team, yeah, there's real fans don't switch team, IMAX. There's not even an excuse for switching a team. We look lethargic. We don't look right, people. We don't look right. Maybe it's the quality of the Villa team, but they're trying to go behind us. Look at Ben Wright running like he's going to school. And doesn't want to go to school. Uh-oh. Oh, my Lord. Villa missed another sitter. It should be 2-0 Villa. Villa missed another sitter. Ollie Watkins missed another miss that is hard to miss. I don't know what we're doing today. We're awful. We're not good today. People. Ball came over. Good kick by Anana. And Ollie Watkins, instead of hitting the ball in the goal, he allowed Raya to save it. Brilliant save again by Raya. We're just poor. Watch the defense just stand up. Defense is standing up. Ollie Watkins going, and Raya got up and saved it and pushed it away from Bailey. Wow. Yeah, we're not playing well at all. They got 2 sitters. Ollie Watkins should score 2. Should be 2-0 Villa. I guess Villa has our ticket because I don't know what we're doing. We don't look penetrating. We look ordinary. I'm telling you, ordinary. We need a center forward. I don't know what Arteta doing. We need a center forward. And we're not doing anything to penetrate their defense. They have had 2 clear those. Yeah, we're surviving. We should be 2-0 already to Villa. Good turn by. I don't know what Odegaard is trying to do. People. You can't go through there. Timber and Bailey. And Bailey just brushes him off. Bailey against Timber. Bring him to the box. Bailey made a bad pass a while ago. Havertz should win this ball. No, he doesn't. I think Kanza put his hand out in Havertz's face. And he's getting a foul from that. Interesting. It's an incredible save, but he has to score that, people. I don't care how good Raya is. Look at this. So the ball get blocked, or it comes in. It's a difficult chance. Because the ball is bumming up. You can only head it. I don't think the ball was coming back a little bit quickly. So, yeah. We're not doing anything, though. That's a foul. That's a foul by Gabriel. It should be a yellow card, too. We're just awful. We're poor. Rodgers is just running us ragged. Foul by Gabriel. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, and that's Anana he took out. That's just a poor decision back there. Gabriel make these rash decisions sometimes, which is not warranted. You can't get the ball, Gabriel. You just got to wait. He can't go anywhere. He just plays football like he has no brain sometimes. Like he walks on his brain. Yeah, no, they beat us twice last year, and like Emery has Arteta's ticket because they should be up 2-0 easily 2-0, and we're not creating anything. And Arteta is not making any changes. I have no idea what game he's watching. Rice is not working well in the eight. Put Nwaneri in the game. Take out either him or Partey. You want to keep him in the game because he's your 100 minute purchase. Then put him in the six and take out Partey. Then do something. But you can't just sit on your hands like you're clueless and we're not making any penetrative move because the eight is not working. And Martinelli doesn't know what he's doing. It's very frustrating watching some coaches and how they manage the game and then they get all the credit if they win the game. Right now we should be down 2-0. Yep, he does. But he's Arteta's boy. Arteta loves him. And he has his stats says one thing, so can't beat the stats. Oh, poor header by Onana. He had a clear header there. We just don't look good. We look poor. That makes me pass the ball around your own area. Onana had a clear header. You should do better with that. Yeah, you center forward have to have something differentiating. A great in the air like Giroud was. Great. Giroud was a great link-up playing great in the air, but had no speed. That was part of his problem. I don't know what Havertz doesn't beat people. He doesn't run by people. He's decent in the air, but I don't know why you think he's a 9, Arteta. And he'll come back and bite you. You won't win anything. You're gonna get this big contract being the highest paid football coach in history. And you haven't won a damn thing except one FA Cup with Emery's team. Now I'm not saying you're not a good coach, but there's something to do which I'm not impressed by. All Villa do is just waiting on us. When you lose it, we're going to attack you. We don't know what we're doing. We're out of ideas. Partey with the ball, looking for a pass, can't find one. Goodbye Partey into Odegaard. Go wide now to Saka. You're playing too wide. And Saka can't beat anybody on his own. Odegaard trying to go far post, good cross. Too slow. Good take by Martinez. That ball should have come with some more pace because Havertz was open. Looked like Watkins ran into somebody. I don't know. Oh, I think Partey blocked Watkins and the heads meet. Or the heads met, I should say. Yeah, we're slow. It's not good. At this point, you can just take a draw and go home because we don't look good. Villa should be up 2-0. How do Watkins miss 2 sitters? I think games like this show up Havertz. He doesn't bring anything to the table that's differentiating quality. He's a good footballer, but that's it. I don't know why anybody think he should be a starter. See, they fell asleep again. Should have won that ball a while ago. Ali Watkins coming forward. White goes inside. Good take by Partey. Good win by Partey. And Havertz is taken down by Torres. Should be a yellow card referee. Martinelli trying to go forward. Good free kick taken. Martinelli out wide. Trying to go inside. Go back. Jesus God. I hate to see him play football nowadays. He's just awful. Doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. The kid just run into a hole and then he has the ball and doesn't look for a pass. Rodgers is giving us a hard time. Rodgers is really playing well. We cannot get the ball off him. We don't have anybody like Rodgers to dribble like that. So he just push off Martinelli like he's a bug. He didn't push off Partey like he's a bug also. You just treating them like they're just peons. He's big, strong, powerful, quick, skillful. He's treating us like we can't play football. Yeah, Martin, because Arteta can't game manage. Arteta's game management is the worst, one of the worst in the Premier League. His game management is one of the worst. Not saying he's not a good coach, not saying he's not a good manager, but he cannot game manage. And he's awful game manager. Awful. It started when we played Man U at Man U and losing 2-1, and he made 5 changes. That's the same people. It's awful game manager. It's a dangerous cross. Good punch up by Raya. Martinelli trying to pressure. Villa's going to go all the way back to their keeper. Just join us 62 minutes in. 0-0. Game should be 2-0 to Villa at minimum. And they've missed 2 really easy goals. Bailey going crossover. Ball into Raya. Raya looking to find somebody. In the 62nd minute, Arsenal doesn't look good. We look pedestrian, slow, monotonous. Nothing about our game suggests creativity, ingenuity, nothing. I think we miss Zinchenko out wide, but we can't afford him because Bailey will just roast him. But we don't. Villa just playing, they're just setting up and make sure there's no gaps in between, and we have other ideas. We have nobody who can roast anybody, so that becomes a problem. You may need that ingenuity to do something. We don't have that. Saka with the ball on the left, looking for a pass. Yes, Odegaard is an outlet. He's trying to beat this man. He does. Goes far post. Good cross by Saka. Ball headed up. They're trying to find Watkins on the break, but we have 2 people back to cover him. We need to get Saka one-on-one outside. Saka trying to go inside to shoot. Plays the ball wide out to Timber. Timber to Partey. Partey to Saka. Saka to Odegaard. They're trying to turn. Beat the ball to Saka. Oh, Saka should have scored that. Saka just had to kick the ball in the goal. I'm not sure what he was doing. He got him on goal and he's trying to take another touch, which wasn't there. All he had to do was kick the ball to the goal. He probably will go in. And now they're out. They're broken out. They're gotten by a first line of defense. Partey against Onana. Onana with a brilliant turn got fouled. Got rid of Partey and Odegaard. What was Saka doing? He got him on goal. All he had to do was go for the goal. He's trying to go around the keeper with no conviction. Like he and Odegaard he played 1-2 with Odegaard. Odegaard set him up real nice. He turned. He was offside though. Looked like he was offside, but I'm not sure what Saka was doing. And Martinez stood his ground, but I'm not sure what Saka was doing. When you say, Art's a good manager, but he doesn't have good game management. Yes, there's a difference between game management, which is how do I game manage? What I should say is in-game management, which is how do I make substitution? How do I pivot my team during the game? So during the week, you can coach really well, set your team up. We're making a change at Martinelli for Trossard. That should be done a long time ago. So that's what I'm talking about. Martinelli should be off the field from the first half. He shouldn't be on the field. That's good game management. How do I make changes? If things are not going right, how do I reposition my team? So it doesn't mean he doesn't know talent, identify talent, recruit talent, coach him during the week, have a good style of play. But in-game management, I think he struggles. When to make change, when not to make change, he struggles. If Rodgers can play for Jamaica, go get him right now. Let me say this again. Oh, that was almost a goal by Villa. Wow. Ball into Kanza. He crossed the far post. Nobody's there. We're just poor today. If Rodgers can play for Jamaica people, I'm telling you right now, we should get him. The kid is impressive. And he was just impressive last week. Yeah, the change came too late. Oh, the change? Yeah. Duran should have in for Watkins. Watkins been missing. Villa should be up 2 already and could have scored another and make it 3. We're just poor. I'd be surprised if we walk away with a point today. We need a reality check, though, because there's a week left in the transfer window, and we don't realize we need a 9. And people keep talking about that. We need a 9. You need a dynamic forward up front. And we don't have that. Havertz is like, I don't know. And Odegaard's playing like he's playing right wing. Martinelli should not be starting. Martinelli has been poor. So we are 66 minutes in. Game is tied at 0. Don't ask me out because Villa should be up by 2 or 3 so far. Ball on Saka. Go far post, no Saka. Come on, Saka, go far post. Goal by Trossard. Goal! He just came on and he scored. People have been saying this for the longest. He should have been on the field a long time ago. Ball to Odegaard. Play the ball onto like Saka behind the field. Cross the ball inside into Trossard, who is a goal scoring machine, even though he doesn't have a position. As I said, people, Martinez should have been in the field a long time ago, from halftime. Now, you know what will happen? I said this already, people. See, I prognosticate these things and I predict them when they come through. You're going to say, oh, Arteta made a brilliant change to put on Trossard to score when he come on. Should have been on the field a long time ago, people. We're not giving manager no credit for that. It was too obvious. Good ball to Saka. Saka went inside to Odegaard, who's just a brilliant passer. Look at that. And then Ben White smart enough to leave it. Saka crossed it. The ball was on the line. So it's a good ball. Fought by Havertz. Went for the ball. Villa is unlucky, people, to be down 1. Seriously. And Trossard didn't even hesitate. He just went far corner. Like, that's really a goal well taken. Look, people, he just went far corner. They didn't hesitate, nothing. Gave Martinez no chance. We don't deserve to be ahead. Kiss your teeth, Belgium. Come on, Nice. Come on. We don't deserve to be ahead, people. Not impressed with our team. But Saka and that Saka Odegaard combination works really well. People, someone go talk to this Rogers kid if he can't play for Jamaica. Trust me. If that should get play for Jamaica, he can help solve our midfield problem. He's a brilliant 8. Or he can play wing. He's a brilliant 8 or he can play wing. I'm telling you, the kid is a big-time player. And he started over Ramsey in this team, even though I know Ramsey was out last year. Yeah, now he's a finisher. Well, let's hope we can hold him before. Trossard is not really a winger. Timber Bailey under pressure, boy. Bailey can't do nothing. That's why Zinchenko not playing, because last year he gave us that goal against Villa. Yeah, Bailey scored. And we didn't see Bailey in this game at all. I ain't even sure he was playing. I forgot he was playing. I don't know his brother. I know the Ramsey's brother. I don't know Roger's brother. I didn't know Roger was Jamaican background, but he can play. He's a good player. I watched him last week against West Ham. He just dribbled past people like they're not there. Villa trying to play out, but it's not working. And Saka is fired up. You really see Saka fired up. No, he's a brilliant player. He's not good, IMAX. I'm telling you, watch him play. He just brush off people like they're bugs when he's going through the middle of the park. He's a really good player. Really good player. Uh-oh. Villa look like they're going to have a break now. Villa with the ball coming forward. Here is Ramsey. Play the ball into Rogers trying to go through. It's Gabriel to Havertz out to Saka. Saka fouled by Dini, but referee not calling it. Oh, Saka, you got to sit down on the ball. The kid is a really good footballer, I'm telling you. If we don't get him, England will get him. I'm telling you. I'm predicting this. If he plays like this for the season, he's going to be in the England squad. So we should go get him now. Somebody, all of the people who listen to me on the chat, if you're from the JFF, because some of you do come to my channel sometime, even though you won't admit it. Pursue this Rogers kid. If he's Jamaican heritage, pursue him. Kid got ability, abundance. We need somebody to bust through the middle and bust through defenses who can pass, shoot, athletic, and have a goal in them. We don't have that in our middle. Well, if we win this game, we stole it. Oh, that should be a yellow card on Onana. He took out Saka. It's a clear yellow card. And he knew it too. If you just join us, we're 72 minutes in. A decent game. Villa had the better chances, but the victors are those who put their chances away. Trossard came on, must be about 2 minutes after they come on, and even less, he scored. You can't. No. This team we're building, if we get Greenwood and get him, we're going places. If we get, imagine you get him out wide, so the team. I picked my Jamaica team already. I would love to go for Cameron Archer too. We have Antonio up front in the middle. On the right we have Greenwood. On the left we have Gray. Rogers playing left. I think we should go for Dwight McNeil to people. Hayden playing CDM. We have to use Bobby Reed for now. Playing the other midfield area. In defense we have Pinnock. We need what kind of fufu ball is that by Gabriel? There are a bunch of players we can go for. They come. I don't think we'll get the Ramsey. I think Ramsey's probably waiting for England. Ramsey's are young. They're young. They're going to wait. Just like Hutchinson is waiting for England. I think Hutchinson's going to be waiting for England. I know he came and played for us, but I don't think he's coming back. At least not for now anyway. I think now he's in the EPL. He's going to wait for England call-up, but I don't think he's going to get it, frankly. I think he's way down the top of the chart. Rice should be taken out of the field too. Rice now doing nothing on the field. So take up space. Look how Rogers just turned Partey a while ago. Look at this again. He just turned Partey like Partey wasn't there. He just going by Partey and Rice like they can't play football. He's got to make some better decisions when he turns, but he's just turning them. He's been running past Partey all game. And it's not like Partey can't play football. He's just running past him all day. Villans need to press now. They're starting to press because they need to win the ball back and try to score. And they're going to be vulnerable in their press. When you're going to press really hard and how we play the ball. So now we're having Timber go by, ball out to Trossard. You should give it to, gotta have option. Trossard coming inside, trying to find Havertz behind the defense. Now Timber is going back. Timber, Bailey on the oh, good move by Bailey. Took out by Timber. That can be a yellow card on Timber. Went between Timber's leg. Lost the ball. Referee was playing advantage. Wasn't too much of an advantage for Villa there. Arsenal trying to take this thing out of the game, trying to walk the ball up. Rogers may go to a bigger team. Not that Villa is not big, but I'm telling you, I'm impressed by Rogers. You need to make sometimes better decision to find out third, but he's impressive. He just runs. He's big. He's strong. He's quick. He has vision. He's a really good player. Yeah. No, I think there's a money issue with caps, actually. The agents want the kids to stay and play for England because it's much more lucrative from a sponsorship standpoint, prominent standpoint, notoriety standpoint. If Jamaica was doing what it's supposed to be doing in football, then those kids would have much better profile, much higher ranking, and there'd be much more of a desire. But kids have to make individual decisions first before they make country decisions. So 2 changes, Maxson coming on and good old Ross Barkley for Villa. So Villa's made about 4 changes so far. They took off early in the game Cash, who got an injury, and they took off Watkins for Duran. Now they just made 2 other changes. Onana just came off. Arsenal with the ball deep in Villa's territory. I like how Saka is just a very smart footballer. He's a footballing brain. He's always making the right decision. Something that Martin has done. Brilliant ball by Gabriel. Trossard. Trossard crossed the ball, right across the goal. Saka with it, trying to get space to score. Oh, brilliant goal by Partey. Pass by Saka to Partey. Martin should say that. Right hand corner by Partey. 2-0 to Arsenal. I think that's game set and match. Really good playing by Arsenal. Martinez has to save that. You probably saw it late, but he has to save that. This has been hard on Villa. I'll be admit. This is hard on Villa. Saka's had a good game, playing well. I think the right side has played well. But Trossard, that cross by Trossard. Ball out to Trossard. He's onside. Crossed the ball across the goal. Nobody was there. Havertz should have been there. Missed it. Saka took the ball inside, looking to cross. Decided to go to the edge of the box to Partey. Like I said, Saka is always making the right pass. And Martinez has to save that. That's a poor decision by Martinez. Because he's near post and he was right there. He saw it a little bit late, but he has to save that. How is Chippy doing? There's no Chippy here today. Chippy did make the team bus for Villa today. No, that's not true. He made a bus, but somebody say he's in Timber's right pocket. No, his left pocket, because the right pocket is very strong pocket. He was not too strong. He's in Timber's right pocket. Timber, and the pocket is sewn up. It's not open. No. We have more people coming in, Max. We didn't play well today. He's in Timber's left pocket, not the right pocket. The right pocket is strong pocket. You mean you have to have talent to get in the right pocket, so grip in the right pocket. In the left pocket, it's still weak and it's still locked up. They swept the left pocket today, so it didn't turn up. It didn't turn up. That's why we play Timber today, because Califleur is coming on too. Who's coming on? That must be Timber, because Timber has had an ACL before, so I wouldn't be surprised it's Timber. Yep, it's Timber. See, people call all these changes because Timber had an ACL last year, so that's a good change by the manager. It's a good change. I'm not going to say anything is back till the game is done enough. People score one goal, you get nervous. No, I'm not going to say the kid is a bug baller. Bailey can play football, but he's not as good as Jamaica think he is. I watched him up close and personal more than once. He's a good footballer, don't get me wrong, but he's not as good as Jamaica think he is. Rice again, cross. And this is Odegaard. Odegaard missed a sitter. He kicked the ball over for a field goal. He had a tap-in. What is Odegaard doing? Ball over the top again, which goes to Trossard. Brilliant touch to Rice. Rice crosses his penalty box. And Odegaard came in. If he faked that shot, so people, composure is important. Look at Odegaard came in. He went late. When you got people, you're a footballer, you have to go over the ball when you kick the ball. You know, like go high. That's basically a tap-in. He missed a sure goal. That should have been 3-0. Ali Watkins can't sleep tonight because he should have put the game away for Villa. Now, he leaned back. That's what it is. If you lean over the ball, then it'll be a different story. You lean back. When you lean back, has to go high. But Odegaard does that really well. I'm sort of surprised. If he even faked the shot, everybody's lying down. He faked the shot, the entire team is lying down. Oh, they put Bailey on the left now. They should have done it a long time ago. That's poor coaching by Emery right there. Timber had him in his back pocket. Switch left. Try something against Ben White. You saw when which game I was watching? When City was playing the other day when they switched Duku and Savino between wings. You should have switched Bailey a long time ago. But Timber had him all locked up. His game management is improving as the game progresses. That's what I would say. Yeah, Bailey's been starved of ball. Yeah, IMAX. I'm the one who give them good luck, I'm the one who tell Arteta from a long time, and you tell me late to make the change that he did, because that change was clear. It should be made a long time ago. It took too long to take off Martinelli. Even a blind man could see that. It's not his fault today, people. I'm not going to blame him. He didn't get enough service. You can get a lot of service today. So Barkley's on. I think he came on from the beginning, actually. Matson played well for Dortmund last year and got sold by Chelsea. I think it's all profit. He's a good player. Game is not won, isn't it, people? We're still in the 81st minute. All they have to do is score one goal. It becomes a different game. See Ramsey, Madsen. Villa has some good young players, you know. Barkley's a good player. Even though he went from Everton to Chelsea to France, back to where he went to Luton. Now he's at Villa. He played really well last year. Villa trying to penetrate, and Arsenal trying to manage the game. That should be a. Is that Arsenal throw? No. Yeah, win is a win. Hopefully, we win the game. I'm not convinced yet it's going to be all over. See, we go. So unlike what we do sometimes, we go deep. A lot of times when we have the ball, Arsenal with the ball, brilliant touch by Havertz to Rice. Rice needs to play the ball to Odegaard. Odegaard with the ball deep. Saka behind him. Odegaard to Saka. Saka's going to try something. Ball across to. Who took that shot? Is that? I must be Havertz. I must be Trossard. Yeah, Trossard would be the one who should. Yeah. I don't think he should have shot there. We are in the 83rd minute of the Watchalong. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. A brilliant touch by Rodgers. Brilliant touch to break down Arsenal defense. And Ramsey's going in on goal. Brilliant touch. People. Jamaica, go get Rodgers, me say, right now. Look at this pass to Rodgers. He got round Saliba, left Gabriel, left him for dead. Ramsey's in a goal. Ramsey's not quick enough. Saliba came back, took out Ramsey, but Ramsey went for goal. That was a brilliant play. How come we got so wide open and we're leading? We should be behind the ball. Brilliant touch by Saliba. He took Gabriel. Rodgers is just a brilliant player, people. I'm telling you. I know talent when I see it. Jamaica has to go get him. Because England will get him. England will go get him. Good ball, Calafiori up to Saliba. Saliba is up front. Saliba turned it over. Two Villa players took out each other. I think what's his name took out Bailey. Maybe Kanza. It's not Kanza. Saka the ball out wide. 1-on-1 against Madsen. Come on, Saka. Just beat him. Go left and then go right. Good move by Saka. Play the ball up to Odegaard. Saka got fouled. Referee's going to call the foul. He's down. It's time Tillsman get a yellow card now. The second time he's taking Saka down. So I said this before, you know. Was it Brian Burke I said this though? That I bet that after they get all the praise for bringing in Trossard, you should have brought him in already. I said I've called the whole thing before. Managers get just like the bright manager got praised for bringing all those reserves, but they should have come in the game much earlier. It was very obvious. Blind people can see that. And maybe when the manager a touchline, they can't see the game as well as us who are watching it from high up. Or it's Duran who took Bailey out. Now, Bailey's playing the whole game, even though he's not been in the game much. Emery has a lot of confidence in him. Free kick to Arsenal outside the box on the right-hand side of the field. We got lucky today, people. Boy, did we get lucky. I think he's going to go far post. We're in the offside position. He should go to Saka and play the 1-2. Play the 1-2 with Saka, Odegaard. You give the Saka, I bet. He tried to go. I'm not sure what he was doing. You go far post again. You're trying to get one of your players hurt. Martinez got the ball. He should have gone. He should have played 1-2 with Saka. Saka's right there. How many of those balls score a lot of time? Not really score. Calafiori causing problems already. He just came on the field. We're in the 86th minute. And Villa just got a chance a while ago by Ramsey. If he had some more speed, he would have got in on goal. Madsen just go by Ben White a while ago like he wasn't there. Brilliant turn by Madsen. Madsen going all in. Duran trying to go far post. Oh, he could have scored that a while ago. He missed kick. Missed kick by Duran. I told you the game is not over, people. Why did Trossard kick the ball away? That's going to be a yellow card. That's dumb. Madsen just ran by Ben White like he wasn't there. Crossed the ball and missed kick by Duran. Frustration on the part of Trossard. No, he's the best finisher by a good distance. Oh, We're seeing Nelson coming in, probably coming in for Saka. Yep, he is. I thought Nelson was supposed to be leaving. Still have a week left in the transfer window, but Nelson needs to leave to get game time. And he also needs to go get his darn passport. Taking too long to go get it. No, I called the Martinelli stuff a long time ago. Should be taken out from before halftime. And I didn't call the trust out the Timber sub, but Timber's only taken out for precautionary measures. Matson looking really good, people. He's a skilled player, even though he's playing left back. Really skilled player. And he's going to give problems on the left-hand side if he get more game time instead of Deeney, because he can go by people. Because he went by Ben White would go like he wasn't playing. Now he need to go get Nico Williams on the left because Martinelli's not doing it for me. Need a left winger. Saka is playing well, and the combination with Odegaard works really well. When Marina comes in, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure it's going to be on the bench. Either going to be Rice or Partey. I don't think Partey should be on the bench, but it could be one of the two. We need Nico Williams. What we need. We need Nico Williams. 88 minutes. Arsenal lucky to the people. Trust me, we're lucky. If we come out with a win, we're lucky. Villa down 2-0. Villa got 2 sitters before we scored. 2 sitters. Yeah, good foul by Odegaard. Good yellow card by Odegaard. Took that yellow for the team. I love to see Bailey stats in this game because he hasn't been in the game really. That's what people, when you put a player out there to mark somebody who can play defense and who's physically strong, athletic. It's not Zinchenko out there. Who's a brilliant on the ball, but you know. Good pressure by Havertz on Torres to Matson. Matson trying to play the ball to Ramsey. Keep the ball down your side, Villa. We just want to come out with a clean sheet. He took out Rodgers. That was a smart move. Rodgers should be in the game still. Rodgers was their best player. No, he's still in the game. Thought they took him out. He's in the pocket right there. That's Rice's mark, you know. I don't know why. Bailey just went by Calafiori. Good save by Gabriel. Good out. 90 minutes in. How much extra time do we have, people? Can't see it on the board. Calafiori jumping at the edge of the box. Calafiori, don't be doing jumping in. You can give a penalty away. What are you doing, Calafiori? You're jumping in the edge of your box. You need to calm down that aggressiveness. Come on, Arsenal. Pressure the ball. Don't leave him just dribble. Pressure the ball. You have to put pressure on the ball. Rodgers doesn't want to dribble again. Good cross in to Matson. Matson against Nelson. Nelson want to make sure his hands up behind his back. And that was a bomb kick by Barkley way over. So people, very confident now. They're 91 minutes in. Arsenal up 2-0. Arsenal is lucky as you know what. But you need luck in football sometimes. But we got lucky. Nah, I thought Villa could have won this game. I'm not going to say that they're overrated. That miss by Ali Watkins was ridiculous. He missed 2 goals. I can understand him missing the second one, but the first one, no. And the one that Partey scored, Martinez should just save it. So overall, we're really better team, yeah, in terms of possession-wise. But in terms of chances-wise, big chances, no, I can't say that. Watkins had a tough day. Tough 2 weeks, actually. Better mind don't lose this place to Duran, because Duran wanted to leave because he wanted more playing time. And he scored against West Ham, actually. But does Villa deserve to lose? I don't really think so. I thought we were the better team because Odegaard missed a really good chance. Saka had one that Martinez saved. But if you take your chances early like Villa should have, then we'd have to be scrambling from behind. We'd be more open. So it may have been a different game. I think Nelson probably should give him a chance. Why are you not trying Nelson on the left then? Jim Martinelli so poor. I don't understand that. I don't see what Martinelli has done to deserve to start every game like he is nowadays. He's been poor for the last 2 games, and he was poor for the entire last season. So unless he's brilliant in practice, he should not be starting. That doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. People will do a post-game show for a few minutes. So if you want to call after the game, please do so. Well, and how long we do depends upon whether or not I get calls in and comments. So we are in the 93rd minute, and Havertz played the entire game. We need a center forward. I know Jesus is always injured, but Havertz is not the center forward we need. We got lucky in this game. Lucky. Didn't see Rice in the game. Partey was really good. We saw Partey for a lot of the game. We see Saka as usual. Timber quite a bit. We see Gabriel playing as he normally does, play real for most of the game, but making some really bad mistakes sometimes. Good cross to Odegaard. Odegaard playing against Talisman. Wow, almost got away. And Trossard looked like he wants to score again. He's going for his shots. This is his 3rd shot, and he's been in for about, 20 minutes? Nah, Martinelli's time is up. His time is up. He's not adding any value. Can't score, can't pass, can't do nothing. Only thing he does is run back and play some defense. Yes. Villa had I thought it was a foul, though, on Gabriel for the Villa first goal. I thought, would VAR call it back? I'm not sure VAR would. Game is over, people. Game is over. Arsenal beat Villa by 2-0. Look like we're going with another Golden Gloves. Because 2 games, 4 goals for, none against. Our defensive record is still intact. Goals scored by Trossard in the 67 minutes after coming on for about a few minutes, and Partey in the 77 minutes. We need a 9, yes. To me, Havertz is a bench player. Martinelli is a bench player. Trossard is a bench player. Even though I'm going to play Trossard all the time, some point in the game because he put the balls in the net. We need a 9, and we need another winger. So whether it's Sterling, whether it's maybe not Sterling, because he costs a lot of money and he's 29. But Williams, we should go spend whatever we need to spend to get Williams. Convince him. Give him $300,000 a week. Make him the highest paid player at Arsenal. I don't care. Yeah, Jesus is an injured player. He's always injured. Injured player, always injured. People, you can call in if you want. Talk for a few minutes. Numbers on the screen. 347-728-8625. That's the Kranky Live number, calling number. I say I put here, we're on the way to 10,000 subscribers. Look like we can't even get to 2,000 much as 10,000 because people are not subscribing. People who haven't hit the like button, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so also. So we're 2 games in. Arsenal is what? At the top of the league, I think, because Brighton gave up a goal today. So they have 4 goals for, 1 against, 5 goals for, 1 against. They won 2-1 and 3-0. We are 4-0. No goal against. So we're at the top of the league with Brighton. 6 points from 2 games. On our march to try to win the title, but we can't beat City playing like this. We need I see Gokares is scoring a lot of goals. In Portugal, he has 6 goals in 2 games, and he has assists too. Is he the answer? I don't know if he is. Osimhen is still there, 120 mil. I think you can get him for about 70. Williams is there on the wing, 51 million pounds, but he may not want to leave. Well, leave Sterling name on. Sterling's a good footballer. He had 2 bad years, but Sterling is better than Martinelli. Better than Martinelli. That's not debatable. He's better than Martinelli. Now, City only brutal against people and can mismanage. When City center forward play against us, we don't see him in the game. Last time we played against Holland, he didn't turn up. And we didn't have us fit Partey, who we need to manage. When Marina comes in, it's a different team, because then Rice and Partey are going interchange, playing the 6. Marina will play the 8. We'll have Odegaard in the 10. We need a left winger. Martinelli is not the answer, and I'm sorry, but Havertz is not the answer. Yeah, his best years are behind him, but I've seen last year, in a little patch last year, he was playing really well for Chelsea. Then he tried to take that free kick and a penalty and messed up, and then he probably lost his confidence. No, Sterling. Let me say something to you, Lone Wolf. You think people in England curse Sterling a lot because Sterling will miss a lot of goals and make some bad decisions sometimes. England's last 4 tournaments, starting with the World Cup in Russia, who was England's best player in 2 of those tournaments? You can't point the other. We don't know who England's best player was in the Euros, the last Euros, because there was none. Because they got to the final, they had no best player. They had some okay players. Maybe Goy, and he's playing defense, right? In the 2022 World Cup, Sterling didn't play in 2022 World Cup because he had a problem with one of his kids, and he had to go back home. That didn't work out. The previous Euro, he was their star. He scored 3 goals. He dominated. In Russia, he scored no goals. He was the best England player by a good mile. So in 2 of the last 4 tournaments, granted previous 2, he was England's best player by a mile. He scored 123 goals in the Premier League between Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea. And he's a winger. He has as much goal in his career as Dwight York has for Man U, and Dwight York could be considered probably a Premier League legend or something close to that. So don't say the kid can't play football, because people have this misconception because of the media that he's not a good player. He's a good football player. Yes, he's going to make some bad misses, but it tells you a lot about what is Grealish doing at Man U. It costs £100 million. He's supposed to be the next coming of, you know what? The English press loves him and boots him up. He can't do it, and he doesn't score goals. Look at his stats. Compare stats to Sterling stats and the accreditation and love that Grealish get, because he goes out and get drunk and nobody curses him out and say he's nonsense. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, when Sterling had the gun tattooed on his leg because his dad died from that situation, they beat him to death. But when Foden spent all this money buying all these other stuff, they don't beat him. When Sterling spent money buying his sister and mother house, he gets beaten. They say, oh, he spent his money a certain way. Foden don't get beaten. When Foden was in Norway, I think it was, with Greenwood, and they carry a woman in their room, he came back in the team almost right away. They banished Greenwood. Their history there, people. That's how things are done. It's not by chance that the media doesn't have anybody who look like us in it. So we have one person look like me and you in the media that write for sports in England that I know of. Yes, they have a lot of people now who are in the top media, but not the written media. And the written media is what's influencing England. Very influential. Yeah, I mean, we're talking Iris on loan. We can't take him permanently. We can't afford his wages. Give them $150 for him, give him half his wages, and take him on loan. Give them a $5 million payment for a loan or $2 million payment. He's better than Martinelli, I'm telling you. Better than Martinelli. Martinelli is not the answer. Martinelli can't play football with his head up. I would take him at Arsenal. I think he'd add value. Plus, when you play in a winning team, and Arteta supposedly loves him, it doesn't seem like he loves him enough to take him. Yeah, I don't know how Watkins missed those 2 goals. Look at this one coming. And he heads it. Raya, people, this is 2 weeks in a row that Raya has made 2 phenomenal saves. The one last week against Wolves with the header, and this week, phenomenal saves. Phenomenal saves. You know, when you do the keeper drill where you save the ball and you get up quickly, save and get up quickly, you know, those keeper drills, reactive saves, those drills have been working for Arsenal, because that was a ridiculous save. That's 2 weeks in a row he's made 2 ridiculous saves. That's why he won goalkeeper of the year. And people were beating him when he first came to Arsenal. I didn't beat him because I think he's better than Ramsdale in the context of Ramsdale used to make a mistake every single game. The reason why Ramsdale didn't get beaten because people weren't taking advantage of it. But look at Ramsdale, how he played. Ramsdale used to make a mistake every game. Can't pass it from the back well. Yes, he can make a long pass here and there, but his player from the back was never confident. That's why he got changed. Now Martinez, by the way, we sold to Villa, different story. He was at Arsenal for about 9 years, and then he was going out on loan. He won us the FA Cup, and Arteta still kept Leno, and then he sold Leno to Fulham for little and nothing, which makes no sense. But Raya's a good buy. Less than £30 million?
Really good buy. Loan last year, permanent this year. Our first acquisition of the season, which is him and Timber, because Timber tore his ACL last year and came back. So we've had like 4 new players this season. Timber, well, Raya was there last season, but he's a new acquisition. Calafiori, now Marino. It's a good deal. 6 points is 6 points. As Arteta said, we need to get 114 points to win the league. That means we got to win every single game. Then become the new Invincibles. But that's not going to happen. But I deal with the old thing in City who just get better and better and better like fine wine. So people, the phone line is open to people. Not calling. I'm going to close it down for not calling, Can't talk to the screen by myself and not help me. But I love the comments though. And by the way, people, first, thank you for being here. 87 points now in the league. We have 89 last year and we lost the league. 87 points not winning the league. The City look like they're going to lose to anybody except maybe to us and to Liverpool. No, but no other teams that they're going to threaten. Maybe Villa. But Villa has to get better because they have a lot of new players. Villa has a lot of new players. Last time I checked, Villa had spent over 160 million pounds, But they got some money back for like Diaby. They spent a lot of money. A lot of money. But Emery's a good coach, and he should have won this game today. They should have won today, people. Chelsea should have drew with them last week, actually. That offside by Jackson was ridiculous. Jackson doesn't have a footballing brain. I hate to say that about people, but he doesn't have a footballing brain. I watch him play football, doesn't know when he's offside, doesn't recognize, doesn't anticipate, doesn't think. He just plays based on muscle memory. Doesn't play, uses his brain. You mean our transfer window? I think it's a B. Because when you feel a need, the 8 is a need, because we haven't filled it since Xhaka left. Calafiori, we really didn't need, but because Tommy is injured so much and Timbo was injured last year, and he's so highly rated, and we need to cover at center back because Timbo will be the only cover, and he loves big players, then yeah. But he's only bought defenders and midfielders since he's been here. He bought Trossard, but most of the people he's bought, he hasn't bought too many wingers, because Trossard to me is not a real winger. Jesus is not a winger. Havertz is not a winger. He hasn't bought any wingers since he's been here. He inherited Saka. He inherited Martinelli. He inherited Nelson. He hasn't bought any wingers. He needs to go buy 2 wingers. Villa will make the top 6. We can make a bet on that mindset. They'll make the top 6. They could have beaten us today. And we're supposed to be top 2. So I'm not going to say Villa made the top 6. In fact, I don't have them in my top 4 though, because my top 4 is us, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea, surprisingly, given how Chelsea is. But I think Chelsea will come good. If they get Osman, they're going to be dangerous. I hate that Chelsea played City in the first game of the season, because I think they're going to get better as time progresses. Much better. And when we play them, they're going to be in a good stead. And right now, I don't like our first 2 games. We've gotten results, and everybody's going to say, yeah, it's only results that count, as they normally say. But I don't like our first 2 games. Didn't like our play against Wolves, and today we should have lost this game. Definitely should have lost this game. So, don't know, people. Don't know. So, if you just joined us, we just finished watching. This is the watch-along, getting ready to close down of Arsenal versus Villa, who beat Arsenal twice last year, and probably should have beaten us today. But we won by 2-0. 2 games, 2 clean sheets. Not a bad thing. Yeah, we need backup we need a striker. Yeah, we need a striker. We need a left winger, because Martinelli Martinelli should be played in the middle. He's not playing. He should play when he has to make a lot of good decisions. Just play football. Well, I know Forest trying to get Nketiah, and we want £30 million, which I think is right. So we'll see what happened there. No, Lone Wolf, you're wrong. He's a preference for flexible players. Utility players are players who can just play anywhere, and they're not exceptional. he liked players like Calafiori, like Ben White, like Marino, flexible players. Marino probably can play the 8 and play the 6. He played mainly 8. Calafiori can play left back and center back. He's played a half and half. Timber can play center back, left back. Probably even play the 8. Zinchenko can play the 8, and he can also play the left back, even though he can't defend himself. So Jesus can play across the forward line. So can Martinelli. Havertz has played the 8 for us. So he likes flexible players, but it's not because they're not good. He likes flexible players because, sometimes you need that flexibility, especially given like injuries and things of that nature. So I wouldn't be happy with Trossard if I come in and score all the time and I'm on the bench. And Martinelli out there, not making. Okay, Lone Wolf, thanks. I wouldn't be happy if Martinelli is out there playing and I'm not playing, and he's not doing anything positive. So I can understand that. I can understand the frustration. Before I go, we want to say this. So there's been a lot of discussion of late. Because I know some people are not necessarily Jamaicans on the stream, and some are. So for the ones who are Jamaicans, and maybe even non-Jamaicans who are interested in CONCACAF football, there's been a lot of discussion about Mason Greenwood and him coming to play for Jamaica. And more recently, that the Sun came up with an article stipulating that Jamaica has registered, I tried to register Greenwood. They filed with the English FA to sort of release him, and then also will pursue this with FIFA to make sure he's registered to play for Jamaica. So let me manage this. I believe all that is true, but there's also the view that because you're going to be registered and you've asked the English FA to release him, therefore you've gotten your papers for Jamaica. That's not necessarily the case. You can be proactively involved in trying to simultaneously do things, which is the right approach to take, which is if the player's indicated that he wants to play for Jamaica and he's pursuing his citizenship papers, then you can make the request of the other organization. So if the citizenship papers come through, you don't have the hold up on that side. Because then the English FA can take their time to come back to you and say, yeah, he's being released. And you're going to file with FIFA. So what you do is you do it simultaneously to make sure that one doesn't hinder the other, which is you get the citizenship papers and the passport, but then you don't get the release from the English FA, right? So this perception and perspective that he has a citizenship, let me just say, he ain't got it yet. That's all I'll say. He doesn't have it yet. So if people are telling you stories and you hear people out there dropping all these things, he doesn't have a citizenship yet, people. But at the same time, he has made a decision that he wants to pursue playing for Jamaica. Because Greenwood Greenwood wasn't going to play for Jamaica unless he got into his trouble. Let's be fair on that. And why should he? He was the England darling. He was going to be the next big thing in England. He was the one, Alex Ferguson, when he asked about young striker, say he's probably going to be the best in the world. When Gary Neville, and I played that before in one of my shows, indicated to Alex Ferguson, who is sort of forward he thought would be, for the best young forward in the world, he said Greenwood. He talked about Greenwood attributes, which is how calm he's in front of goal, how he shoots low, so keep up a difficult time to save. And you watch him play against Brest last week, and that's exactly what he did. The first goal he scored, he took 4 touches from the halfway line and put in the right corner low. No, there's no citizenship test for Jamaica. It's not the US. And yours truly does know that. What you need to do is have your papers. So either you have your mom, your dad, if you didn't born in Jamaica, grandparents, and you need to be able to clearly show that you're a descendant of that parent. And then what you do is you can do the passport and the citizenship simultaneously. They'll take the pictures, they take all the papers, you got to fill out some forms. And if you do it outside the Jamaica, they send it to Jamaica, and if there's no problem with it, the documentation is a 4-month process. So it goes, and then when they send back to you, they send you citizenship papers, and they send you your passport. So you get the Jamaica passport, Jamaica citizenship. But there's no test that you take now. And I probably would have failed the test if I took it. At least now. Maybe it was in Jamaica, maybe not. But there's no test that you need. In the US, you have to take a test, obviously. I think in the US, it's probably more about being able to speak English more than so being able to know US history. Because in effect, if you're an adult, But Jamaica doesn't have any tests. But it's if you go to the embassy, it's a busy process up there. A lot of people up there renewing passport or are they doing a bunch of stuff. Doing a bunch of stuff, people. Bunch of stuff. Hey, hey, R&R. You insult me, no. You insult me, R&R. You insult me. I say, me remember enough things. Me and dummy R&R. I grew up in Jamaica and R&R. Me live at 7 places in Jamaica. Probably more than you live in Jamaica. So I know Jamaica more than you. Me show me know Jamaica more than you. Come and stay in one place. There is no civic. I'm telling you, there's no civic test. I know there's no civic test. Trust me, there's no test. There's no civic test. And I try to know what Jamaica's motto like me come from Moko. There's no. I know there's no civic test. I tell you, I know this personally. I'm not guessing. Anything I tell you on this channel, people, I'm not gonna say I'm 100% right all the time, but unless I have facts, I ain't talking about it. Okay, I have facts. I know the process. I know the process. It's not a bad process, by the way. You just take your money, take $150 for $150 for passport, and similar for citizenship. So you pay about I never $300 pay. But $250 in total you pay. $250 to $300 US dollars. No. Me that show we talk about put on the gun. That's me that show we talk about R&R. Put on the gun and let's just have fun and stop killing up one another. But that's for my other channel, not this channel. But no, so if Greenwood comes and he's fit, he's the right winger by default. He's gonna play on the right. Even though he can play across the front line. He should be the right winger, Anton in the middle, and then Gray on the left. That's my team. And we gotta go get this Rogers kid, man. Tell the people. You know what? I make a text. After I'm done, I show you. I text somebody. First of all, I'm gonna look up the kid first in Jamaican. We need to go get him now before him start get the notoriety he deserves. Or the ground reach the ground. We don't know, you know. Tell me the R&R. I don't know. But we need to get this kid Rogers, I tell you. We're looking for midfielders. This kid is a powerhouse. I bet if this kid come play for Jamaica, he dominates. And it may be hyperbole on my part, but watch him play just 2 games. I think I seen him play before last week, but I was impressed with him last week. Just running by people that they can't play football. And he did the same thing against one of the better defensive teams today in Partey and in Rice. He just looked like a dominant footballer. Now he needs to make some better decisions in the final third. You imagine if we have him people in the middle. We have him, we have Hayden, and we have what am I thinking about? Ravel. I'm a big Ravel fan still. Ravel played the 10, he hadn't played the 8, and he hadn't played the 6 and he played the 8. And we have Greenwood on the right, Antonio middle, and Gray left. We don't care about no defending thing, people. We're just dominating people in the kickoff. I'm telling you. So I'll make some phone call when this call is done, because I'll make some texts, because if he's Jamaican, we gotta go get him. I hadn't seen him before. And by the way, people, I like Cameron Archer too. I like Cameron Archer. I'll bench to who? I'm not saying benching anybody. I'm calling up my team. I'm not saying bench somebody. I just call up my team. First of all, let me say this, people. Gray has done enough to play for Jamaica since he joined us over anybody else on the team, as far as I'm concerned. If Greenwood come, he's our best player by a good little margin. And Antonio would probably play the center forward because we need that beast in the middle. That's the top 3. I believe in playing 4-3-3. As such, I need 3 midfielders. Ravel is a creator and also very comfortable on the ball. To me, Rogers is a no-brainer playing the 8 if you get him. And then we don't have a CDM. That's my team. I'm not dropping anybody. That's just my team. The chosen one, I don't know. I couldn't see into Timber's pocket, so I couldn't know BM. Timber's left pocket was closed, so I couldn't see in his pocket to know how the player played. Yeah, Timber's left pocket was closed up. He locked it up today. I think he has zipper on, so I couldn't see it. I saw Timber and I couldn't see what was in his pocket, so I have no idea how the player played. But I you guys can tell me because I didn't see him. Yeah, that's I dropped in my comment there, by the way, at BM. So I give myself a credit for that. But it was an interesting day, people. People are not call the phone. Phone line open now. I see I'm watching the screen and see Trassard excited. Very excited. As I said before, people, 347-728-8625. Come, give me 1 and 2 call before we close out the show. Have some football discussion. I'm having a show on Monday. I should mention this actually. I'm having a discussion with a Trinidadian official to talk about the development assessment that was conducted by FIFA of Trinidad talent development assessment that was done by FIFA. Same one that McLaren talked about that was done by Jamaica, right? Where he mentioned Jamaica has talent and raw talent and all that. One was done for FIFA. It's a very expansive review that was done. A lot of information there about the administration, about coaching, about comparison between the country being assessed and top 20 in the world, top 50 in the world, about infrastructure. There's a lot of information there. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I'm probably going to finish reading tomorrow. But it should be on Monday at 6 p.m. Good evening.
Hey,
good afternoon.
Kranky, Dr. Don, how you doing?
Is this your fifth name? Isn't this your fifth name?
No, Kranky, this is Dr. Don. I've never changed my name, man.
Okay. All right, Dr. Don. How you doing, Dr. Don? Good evening.
I'm good. I'm good. I just want to make a quick comment. I watched your show a couple nights ago with you and management, and I do want to comment, and I want to say your starting lineup was spot on. You talked about Timber, you talked about everybody else. So credit to that. I do want to say that. But okay. I think I'm as a Man U fan, watching Arsenal play, I am impressed. You know, they kept their composure and everything like that. But you said something very important in your last show. You talked about Declan Rice versus Thomas Partey, and I think you saw exactly what you said today. Thomas Partey, to me, is a much better. I think for me, he's a well-rounded player than Declan Rice. You know, he stringed the ball like you mentioned. You know, he make through passes. Though he got beat by Rodgers, but Rodgers beating everybody today, so it wasn't just him. But he basically, I think he is the best midfielder in Arsenal team to me. I mean, and I don't know if you agree or not, but like I said, it's something that your management said, and I definitely kind of like make a comment on that. I would say though, I like the tenacity that Arsenal put up, but performance got to be a little bit better if they want to compete with Man City, because Man City does look a little bit better, even with Gundogan coming back, and then they got that new signed Brazilian player, so they're going to be a tough team to beat this year if everybody stay healthy.
Yeah, no, your assessment is spot on, right? Which is, you know, the team that we have now is kind of set. Zinchenko will play against the lesser team because he's more creative than anyone else in the defense. The tougher team with the tougher wingers, like Bailey was supposed to be tough today. Then Timber will come in, or Calaffiori will come in, even though I'm concerned about Calafiori's aggressiveness, because in Premier League, you get yourself embarrassed if you're too aggressive. But I think what he's done is shore up the left side of the defense. So the defense is set now. The question for us is, in the middle of the park, Marina coming in, what happened to Rice and Partey? Partey is a better player than Rice, much more rounded, much better vision. Rice has a more athleticism, which may be strange to hear, but Partey is slowed down because Partey is probably about 30 now. So he doesn't have the legs he used to have when he was at Atletico Madrid, but he's still a very good player and a much more perceptive player than Rice is. I'm not sure what Arteta will do. He may bench Partey and put Rice in the 6 and put Marino in the 8, but we'll see what that does. But you're right about this, which is today we could have lost that game, right? We are better keeping the ball than Villa is, because they were playing counter-attacking football today. But they had 2 clear-cut chances they should have scored. Should have been 2-0 before we scored. We had 1 chance with Saka. It wasn't a real chance. He created himself, where he almost scored, and Martinez made a good save. But we weren't as good as we needed to be today. But we won, which is the most important thing. Touch upon another thing, too, about your team, actually. You guys probably could have won that game today, but that Xerxes save was a good save for Brighton.
I mean, it's not the same as Jackson last week, the offside goal, but it's comparison in a sense that you got to get out of the way. But to finish off on this game before I go, I do think that the heart of a champion, you find ways to win, right? Last week when you guys again outplayed in the second half by Wolves, Saka scored a winning goal.
Yep.
That's the heart of a championship team, right? You figure ways to go even when you're not playing well. So I do think that Arsenal has developed that over the years, which is good for them. But I also agree with you that it's right. I do think that Partey is going to be the one to make way for Declan Rice. His English, he costs $100 million, so they're not going to bench him. So I think that. And Partey has an injury crisis too. You know what I mean? He played maybe 10 games, he's injured, he's take himself out of lineup just by his injury. So I think that's something that needs to be made mention. But other than that, I mean, I do think that Trossard, I don't know. Every time I see Trossard start, he never really make much impact starting. So I think that's why he's not starting. I think that's why Martinelli start over him. So I don't know what to make of that situation. But the guy can't stop scoring when he get off the bench. So maybe that's his role going forward.
Yeah, no, look, I think the reason why Martinelli plays instead of him is because a number of reasons. One is much more athletic, much better defensively, much quicker. And he was brilliant year before last, but he hasn't been brilliant since. And Trossard is a brilliant goal scorer. He's the best goal scorer in the team by a good margin, frankly, even though Saka's stats are stellar. But I do think the coach will have to make a decision on Martinelli. You cannot have him on the field for 70 minutes and he's not producing. He can't make a good pass. His head is always down. When he looks up, the space is closed down. Something got to change.
Yeah, I mean, a good win. I don't know what menu to make from this now. The guy's in the year 3, and I still haven't, you could see what Arsenal game plans. You could see what Arsenal going to do. But his substitution today was very scratching. And listen, I wake up at 4:30 a.m. to watch the game because I'm in California. So and I'm like, I should have. Yes,
okay. You're in California. Okay, so I confused with somebody else. Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, I could have just stayed up. But his I don't know what the substitution. But I when I said you and Management was spot on about everything that you said today, and that's what it is. It goes to show that when you hear people, all these ex-players saying people doesn't know the game, me and you didn't play professionally, but we still can know it. It's all about studying the game, understanding the game. So good job.
Well, no. Look, we all live this sport, right? And at some point, this is not trying to be a doctor, because if all of us were studying medicine 24/7, we could become doctors at some point. If you spend all the time doing it, we spend all our time listening to sports, and if you listen enough, and if you get enough information, you played a little bit, you should be enough informed. And people have this view, which is this arrogance, which is, I play at the highest level, so I know more than you. Something you don't know more than the person who doesn't play at the highest level, because a lot of the coaches who coach at the highest level didn't play the game at the highest level because they spend more time studying the game.
Examples: Mourinho is a good coach. He didn't play. Arsene Wenger didn't play at a high level.
Nope.
So there's on and on and on.
Neither did Klopp. A number of them.
Yeah.
Some did Pep and Arteta, but others haven't. So yeah.
Yeah, Arteta never played one kick for Spain, so he never played for Spain.
No, but he was a good player. He played for Everton. He played for us. So he was and he came from the Barca Academy.
He did. I know what you're saying, but the thing is but it just goes to show when I see people comments and stuff like that. But I don't want to go on a tangent. That's a different thing. But like I said, you guys doing a good job. But keep it up, man. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna jump back in.
All right. Appreciate the call.
Okay.
Appreciate the call. So D Buzz is in the world. Bless up D. Bless up gaming. Gaming is saying Kranky came like Watkins, get the England curse. It come like him, man. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, and it's the second week he's been removed from the game, right? So I don't know if it's because he came back late from the Euros, but he hasn't looked like the same. Actually, he looked good in the Euros, looked better than Kane, but he hasn't looked good. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Watkins. He should that snapshot. Remember last year when he played us and he skinned Saliba and scored the first game on the left-hand side? Today, he was a shell of himself. Didn't look good. So, yeah, not sure what that's about. But, look, people, it's been a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. D-Buzz, subscribe and like before you leave. And as I said, people, come join me Monday. On Monday, I'm going to talk about with the Trinidad FA personnel, the assessment that been done. And you should come listen because it applies to Jamaica. I've been trying to find out if Jamaica can also convey their their outcome, their result from FIFA, but I don't think they're going to do that. But you know what? Maybe they'll be encouraged to do so after they have the discussion with Trinidad. I'm going to talk about the Greenwood situation a little bit and about some of the other prospects. And I'm going to jump on my phone and click some things to figure out if I'm going to do some research to figure out Roger's ready to Jamaica. And if he is, we got to go get him. I'm McLaren, got to go get him. I'm jumping McLaren's. If him have, I don't go into people's DMs, but you know what? This one is important. I haven't been impressed by an unknown player in a long, long time, people. This player got quality, robust, big, strong, quick, has the whole package. No wonder Emery's starting him every game and he's playing most of the game, if not all the game. You think about it. Yeah, I think he's played the last 2 games. And he's new. He's a new acquisition. So, yeah, I know it's interesting, actually. But anyway, people, thanks for joining me. I'm going to sign out now. We're back Monday next week, same time as normal, which is 6 p.m., same place, same music, even though I need to write a new song and get some new rhythm. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and peace out. Thanks. Kranky life is the best to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Kranky life will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Kranky life, tell them. Kranky life, heed them. Kranky life, want them. Kranky life. From the courts to the field, we'll never lose because Kranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Kranky life, feel them. Kranky life, heed them. Kranky life, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Kranky life, get to know the name because Kranky analysis is never lame. Kranky life, give me my Kranky life. I want my Kranky life. Must have my Kranky life. Whether it's football or track and field, you know Kranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat and subscribe and don't miss a beat of Kranky life. Tell them, Kranky life. Heed them, Kranky life. Want them, Kranky life. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Kranky Live. Tune into Kranky Live. Like up Kranky Live. Subscribe to Kranky Live. Kranky Live coming to you on weekdays. Kranky Live sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Kranky will always bring the heat. Kranky Live. Me say fi tell them Kranky life. Me say fi heed them Kranky life. On them Kranky life. Kranky life will be around. Kranky life is the best in town. Me say fi heed them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi heed them. Want them, heed them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Heed them. Want them. Heed them. Want them, Kranky life. Kranky life. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed them, want them. Kranky life. Kranky life. Kranky. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed, want, heed them.